Look, I had to make sure it wasn't too hood back there behind me.
All right, so welcome everybody. Welcome to Vet Shooting Game. It's your boy Norris. I have my boy. He's gonna call himself B more, I guess, today. But I'm gonna let him introduce himself. Then I have my boy Young. So I'm gonna let y'all introduce yourselves, and then we're gonna get right into it, man. So y'all introduce yourselves.
I apologize. It's your boy Duran, aka B More.
He was
For
mellow
most of the
before
military
mellow.
people, I know some of y'all gonna be like, "That's your real name." I'm B More around the world. A lot of people. That's all
He
they
was
know.
he was mellow before mellow.
Facts. That was the homie.
All day. What's up, man? It's your boy Young, also known as Jawan. Representing VA. We're gonna give it to y'all straight and talk that shit to y'all.
Maybe I
Only
should have repped
person
my
from
little
VA
city,
is
but my
Allen
city,
Iverson.
my city killing each other. Y'all all rep the city. I'm from Louisiana, guys. If you look up Shreveport, there ain't too much going on with the shit right now. So
Y'all got Hurricane Chris. In the drive-through daiquiri spot.
that's it.
That's it.
And that be shot
I
up
ain't giving
every
no free
weekend.
promo.
Yeah. All right, man. So what we're gonna do, man? We're gonna first start off, man, with y'all post-game thoughts of game one. I'm still standing with the team. I was gonna wear the jersey back for it. It's Luka now. So
I
I'm gonna
know.
let y'all start. I'm gonna let
We
y'all
know
start it out.
we know how you get down. We know, what I'm saying. We know you ain't repping no Kyrie. You know what I'm saying.
What y'all thoughts were, man?
I'll go first. I still got Dallas in 6. I didn't have Dallas winning game 1 because other than the Timberwolves series, this whole playoffs they've lost game 1. So I ain't had them winning game 1. I knew the outlier of this entire thing was going to be Porzingis. That matchup is a problem. So it's gonna be good to see how that goes playing forward.
Yeah, and then also watching the game, what I noticed, Boston did the same thing that they always do. They get up big and blow a lead. And then you watch Tatum and Brown. The one thing they still ain't learned is how to handle the ball in traffic. And that's where a lot of their turnovers came from. And then in the second half, Dallas defense stepped up, and then they started making shots and found a couple of mismatches that they can exploit in game 2. So it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I had so much hope, man, because I was like the first half. I didn't even care about the first half. All I kept saying, because I was seeing people on social media, I was like, "Hey, it's the calm before the storm." They Boston going on a run. They been out for 9 days. Dallas only 6. I was like, okay, second half, they got it down to 8,
Right.
and then it just they just lost it, man. But I was very upset with Kyrie, bro. Very upset, man. Luka gonna give you 27 to 30 a night. Period. Bad night, he gonna give you.
He's been consistent.
Yeah.
He's been consistent. When you look up his numbers, they were saying his numbers he has the best scoring average of somebody his age in playoff history of all time.
Yeah.
So he's consistent. Despite what you want to think about it, the boy consistent.
Right.
What y'all think about Porzingis though? Man? Y'all think it was a fluke? You know what I mean? Out 38 games, come back. What y'all think?
I think it's the emotion of it. He just rode that wave, that adrenaline, and the crowd took over, and he just got hot. But I don't see him like the second game. He gonna come back down to earth. He been out too long. Like you've been out too long. Like let's keep it for real. Yeah, he coming back down to earth. You know it. Like
I was shocked though. I was shocked with how he came out, dog. It shocked me.
I wasn't.
You wasn't?
I wasn't. You gotta think about it. Porzingis is 7 foot. He shoot the 3 at a high clip. His mid-range game is underrated. And we know the 8-man rotation that Dallas uses. So when you think of that rotation, Lively gonna guard him, but they're not gonna play Gabbert too much because he's young. Even though Lively's young too, from what we hear about Lively, he's a sponge.
Yeah.
So
right.
Jason Kidd has a lot of faith in what that young man gonna do. So you notice the matchup Porzingis slowed down when they brought Lively in the game more. But until that point, you got what? On the switch, PJ Washington on him. I mean, not PJ. Is it PJ? Yeah.
You got PJ Washington.
You got Washington on him. You had one time the young boy off the bench. I can't think his name.
Hardy.
He was on him.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that's a big boy. So he posting and he stuck to what he know. He ain't trying to do nothing extra. He wasn't trying to drive through nobody. You know what I'm saying? Mid-range, hit the little step, get the little clear space, jumper. So I expected that. What I want to see is how they adjust the game too. Because that first game, they hit 10 threes in the first half.
Right.
But Boston want to shoot like 40 a game, they said?
They want to shoot, but let's be real. If you're relying on winning games with Derek White shooting threes.
Told y'all he was trash anyway.
I'm just not sold on him. I'm not going.
He trash, bro. I'm telling you. Bronny James first pick is White.
I'm just gonna say I shouldn't rely on him for us to win the game.
Right.
I'm gonna say that.
Yeah.
Remember that first half he hit in the second quarter. I think it was he hit 3 in a row. He had one in Washington face, one from he was in the corner open, came back next play, hit Washington in the face, then he came another one. It looked like he just threw the damn ball up. Everybody was shooting shots.
I'm gonna tell you who you have to contain if you want to beat Boston.
Okay.
Al Horford, bro. He's the energy of the team. If he starts off good, he don't gotta just score either. But he came out hot. Horford came out ready.
Yeah.
The ring, dog. And sometimes that energy, because I feel like that's what Kyrie is for the Mavericks. It's that energy. Them people who ready to get that ring. And when they hot or if they having a good game, everybody just rises to
you got to think about it. Al Horford has played in the most playoff games in all of NBA history and never won a ring.
Yeah.
so he's trying to get a different record.
He's like a ringless. He's like a ringless Robert Horry, man.
Yeah, I think he's only behind Malone as far as many playoff games without a championship.
No, he's ahead. Nobody's
ahead of him now.
Nobody's ahead of him now. He's ahead of everybody.
That's crazy.
He's ahead of everybody.
The top loser is what you're telling me.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. He used to coming in second.
Listen, we want to put it like that. You know what I'm saying? He consistent, Yeah.
Consistent in not being the best. Okay, I get it.
Listen, but to his defense, he do his part. Think about it. Last year when they lost, he was cooking, which was strange because it was like it's him. But then it was like, you know what? Let's let Al Horford beat us. Right. we exert our energy on everybody else. Let him do what he's doing. We're gonna work on everybody else.
Man, what do y'all think about
his age and his jersey number, bro?
What y'all think? You so stupid. What do y'all think about Hardaway, dog? What happened to Hardaway? Because I ain't get really on the Mavs train into playoffs. So I'm trying to see what happened.
Pride.
And they know he gonna shoot them out this series.
Thank you.
Right? He gonna sit there and think in his mind he Tatum and Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So he gonna try to prove a point and will shoot them out the series.
Y'all don't
think
y'all don't think he's that guy though? He was that guy at one point.
He was that guy when there was Luka and him. Nobody else. You bring Kyrie in the mix. I feel like you can play all three of them at the same time. But when you watch when they do it during the season, where Kyrie and Luka can be like, we see the mismatch, I'll let you cook, I'll cook. He like, nah, y'all shot that bit twice. It's time for me to get the ball. Yeah. So then you exert Derrick Jones Jr. He didn't develop his shot and got a lot better. He gonna play defense 94 feet, and he doesn't seem like a hassle. Hardaway seemed like he feel like he him, and in this situation you can't be him.
Yeah.
You got to slide in the door. You know what I'm saying? You can't even be Robin in this situation. This situation, right. Hardaway, he got to be he got to be there. Derek White, play D when you open, shoot it. Other than that, don't force nothing.
Yeah.
But Young, what do you feel about? Because another thing I don't like, which they've been doing it all series, but I think it's going to be harder against Boston. I don't like the substitutions of like Luka go out, Kyrie stay in. Kyrie go out, Luka stay in. because Luka can't play that many minutes like that. He does it anyway, but he becomes a liability on the back end. Why won't you put Hardaway and what's that young cat in?
No.
Who, Hardy?
Yeah, just try.
No, see, but the problem is with the substitutions is Boston too deep, right? So what ends up happening is you're going to end up having two guys on the floor for Boston at all times that can really put pressure on your defense. So they always are trying to make sure they got one of their top guys on the floor just to stay close.
But it was one time, dog, Boston had Hauser and that other white boy on the court.
But they knocked down shots to get their stars just a few minutes. Just a few minutes, and that's when they stretch the lead.
Hauser gonna talk a little trash, and he gonna shoot that open three.
Yeah.
He not gonna do nothing else. He not gonna dribble up the court. He gonna run to that elbow or that corner. He gonna shoot it.
Yeah. And then he gonna bump Luka and talk shit to him.
When you take him out of the game, when you take him out of the game, he don't care no more. Hardaway, I don't know, because one thing about Dallas, they've always been really good about keeping in-house situations in-house. So you don't know if Hardaway has been causing some ruckus behind the scene. But as a hooper, watching him play, I feel like it could be tough. Like you coming from, you were the only help that Luka had, to now you got somebody like Kyrie. You got the boy like Washington and Derrick Jones play smart defense. Do I think that Derrick Jones Jr. is better than Hardaway?
No.
It could be a toss-up.
Skill-wise.
But the way Derrick Jones plays keeps him on the floor. He doesn't have to have the ball.
Systems. We talked about this
he accepted his role.
And he accepts his role with no problems. You can tell Hardaway got that I'm him, which is part of why we love his game.
Yeah.
Because he has that in him. Like, I feel like I'm him. But in some situations, you got to back up.
I just feel like if he can give you 12 to 15 off the bench, dog.
That's tough.
Yeah.
If he can do that, that can help you out. But the problem is when he does come in, think about the moments when he came in the game last week. This last game, the other night. He played.
Hey, to be honest with you, that was like the first time I seen him come in. I ain't seen him really come in the Minnesota series.
No, we didn't need him. We trying to win.
Yes. Somewhere down the line, it felt like he was a liability.
Somewhere in a conversation happened somewhere. They was like, hey, bro.
You ain't gonna be on the floor.
Easy. And what about what you call? Don't we got I know he a veteran, but
look how you see how you said we don't we? Damn boy.
The new Mavericks fans, boy.
Hey. Don't we have the Morris twin?
So
I don't understand. No, you
want him to clothesline somebody, or he supposed to make a difference?
This is what I'm thinking though. Once Lively, Gafford, or Jones get in foul trouble, Dallas is done.
And that's the problem. Boston's so deep.
You got all these cat man. Get them cat. Let Morris go out there, elbow a cat, get them tech. Like we need to use that.
I can say that. I can feel that. But I'm gonna tell you like this: how I feel like with that series. Jason Kidd sees it as a player. I think game one, what happens is what they expected. That's why none of them was nervous about the game. When you look at their post-game interviews, nobody was upset. Everybody had this whatever. It's kind of like they was all like, look, we're gonna concede game one because we know what's gonna happen, right? Now, game two, let's watch the adjustments. Because, see, Boston has a thing. You got to think about it. Just like Young said earlier. They were up 30. Then we look, and now it's an 8-point game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's all that window is what JC Kidd is like, all right, bet. We're going to take this window and turn it to the whole game, just like they did with Minnesota. Remember the game with Minnesota beat the one when Minnesota won, they went dumb in that game. Cool, good job. Kudos. Next week, the next game is not happening. So Boston does, I'll give it to you, like you said, Boston has a lot of weapons. But what are those weapons going to do when the stars are shut down and when the game goes on the road? Because see, in the playoffs, even though it's, you got professional athletes, the same way they can't shoot free throws, but they making $100 million a year, it gets to them when they're on that road and that pressure.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
You got to think about it too, bro. Nobody on Dallas, even though Boston lost, they were in the finals last year. The only person that's new to the roster is Drew Holiday, but Drew Holiday won the championship the year before. Yeah. So he doesn't count as somebody new to that stage. Nobody on Dallas besides Kyrie has been on that stage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Kyrie was down 3-1. Think about it. Kyrie was down 3-1 and they came back and won. And people don't like to talk about it, but Kyrie, the reason why LeBron made the statement he made, he understands that Kyrie going 30, 40, 40, 40 is how they came back and won that series. Because he had, you know what I'm saying, he had that guy that was like, hey, bro, look, without telling you, I got your back.
Right. And so he was clutch.
Kyrie told Luka, like, hey, bro, we good. Let them get that out their system. They happy. They young. We saw what we did in the third quarter. Now what we about to do in the third, fourth quarter. Now how we going to start this next game. Let's see how they do when we come and punch them in the mouth.
I think DeRon know the setup, man. That's a good segue, man. Good segue. We're gonna listen to what this guy that's carrying his basketball everywhere talking about. Let's see what old Kyrie got to say.
We'll start with Dorothy here on the right.
Can y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Hi, Kyrie. Right down here. Dorothy Gentry, I'm Messenger Media from Dallas, Texas. Kyrie, share with us what you're feeling right now, just your thoughts mentally. How do you get yourself geared up for game 2?
Just grateful for the experience to get through game 1. Just a lot of emotions going into it. And
Pause. I think DeRon already watched this, but this is my first time. You watched it? Y'all didn't watch it?
Nah, I ain't watching it.
I didn't.
Y'all see his hat?
No, I didn't watch it.
No, I can't really see it in this.
Yeah, I just saw his I didn't see this interview, but he did a like a clip with someone else.
Oh, okay.
He was just talking about how he proud of his native heritage. Like if you look at his shoes, like the shoes he did, like if you look, the shoes he wore before the game, they were the ones dedicated to his parents.
Yeah.
But then as the game started, when the game started, he changed and went back to the shoes he's been rocking that has the native heritage on the Native American heritage.
His hat says organic Negro.
Yes. I need one. I need one.
All right, let me get back to this.
I'll find one right now.
I'm a big Kyrie because I'm a big.
It just can't be a snapback. I don't need I don't need the little long leg. I need it to be a fitted.
That's crazy.
Just waiting for the opportunity to get out there and compete. Going against a great Celtics team. So we just had to get this one out the way, and we didn't perform the way we would have wanted to tonight. It starts with me just being able to get out there and get us settled. I got to take some accountability for just the communication and just going out there and getting used to the way that the kind of environment was going to be. But I think my teammates did a great job of staying together, sticking to the game plan. We obviously made some mistakes, like I said, but we gave ourselves a chance in the second half, and we just got to continue to do the right things and win the quarters as much as we can. They came out and hit us in the mouth early, got the home crowd going into it, down 17 in the first quarter. It's not really like us to give up 37 points. It's happened to us before in the playoffs, but we just want to make it a lot tougher on them. And they hit a lot of threes. And again, when you get them rolling like that, they play a very easy game the rest of the game. And we just got to hit them in the mouth a little bit. So they did their job getting game 1, but we're going to take our lessons and get ready for a good game 2.
All right. That's kind of what you guys said, too, about how he kind of already knew, like, okay, we took this L. But what do y'all think is this going to put – where this going to put Kyrie in the history books if he wins a championship?
So his narrative would change, right? Because now it would have went from You can't deal with him. He a headache till you watch him flip and actually become a leader, right? Like take Luka under his wing and you listening to him talk. It's like I've been there before. They got this one. It's a 7-game series. We bounce back the next game, and you know he gonna be super aggressive. Watch.
Yeah.
Like he putting up 30 shots probably. Like he gonna come to make a point.
I would like to see how it's gonna go. And the reason why I say is because let's be real. All the Kyrie slander and hate we hear, it's never about what he does on the game.
Right.
It's never on the floor. You know what I'm saying? It's we mad at him about him posting the title of a movie that he watched. People took one excerpt out of that movie. This man lost dealership. I mean, he lost sponsorships, all types of stuff, right? But then when you watch what he was talking about, the movie only talks about that little piece that he got in trouble. 5 to 7 minutes of an hour and a half movie.
Yeah.
But he's always been that I'm not going to talk. I'm not going to fight. It's like, all right, cool. That's how you feel. I'm going to let you do what you do, right? We go back to the Boston situation. Excuse me. He comes into Boston. We assume that, Kyrie played with LeBron. He was in, he won a champion. So he going to come to Boston and he going to be the leader and he going to galvanize these young boys. And he going to be like, hey, we going to go. Why? Like, we all been, we all vets. You know what I'm saying? We all been in the military.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not just a leader. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have some people that are given that role, and we all have had people that was given a role that didn't deserve it. And we all had them people that earned that role. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kyrie never exhibited this is who I want to be, blah, blah, blah. He was like, he's a baller. Y'all wanted Kyrie to go to Boston with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, who in their right, let's be real, since they both been in Boston, it's been their team. They one shoot, the other one shoot. One don't, one, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's been their team. We bring Kyrie in and we assume that he's gonna do what? The only way he can be a leader in that situation is to tell both these young boys, hey, y'all can't do that. Are you really telling the franchise guys that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then him leaving Cleveland. People forget he was drafted to Cleveland because LeBron left. So it was his team. Then LeBron say, I'm done with Miami, and Cleveland say, come on back. This is your team. How the hell you supposed to feel as that guy? They win the championship. No one talks about Kyrie's contribution to that. Kyrie is like, whatever he talks to them. And then even LeBron has come out. Kyrie never said nothing about it, but then even LeBron has come out, and we found out that LeBron was trying to trade Kyrie. Even if it wasn't a personal decision, we all know how LeBron operates. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to his teams.
Yeah.
So can we be mad that LeBron thought, if they want to package Kyrie and I can get Paul George and this other guy to help us do this, that's not a bad look. But just like Kyrie said in the interview, he talked to them, said he's going to think about it before he can even get to vacation with his family. Somebody had already told LeBron, hey, man, he don't want to be here no more. So now he the bad guy. And you think about it, he's never, ever been like, up until recently, he's doing interviews and he's talking about these things.
Yeah.
He's been like, cool, I'll be him. You know what I'm saying? Like, so now he goes to Dallas, and it takes Luka coming out saying how much he loved playing with him. Luka saying, I let him down. It's you know what I'm saying? It's like it's another star that's coming to his back. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for the true basketball player and not the fan, we've all known who Kyrie was. On the media side, hopefully it changed the narrative that he was just this guy who just didn't care. When it was more like, I'm more worried about this peel than explaining myself to y'all.
What you think, y'all?
Yeah, it's true because like every time you hear anybody talk, he's one of the most skilled basketball players we ever seen play. You know what I mean? And like I agree, like sometimes, like he tries to get his point across sometimes, especially when he was younger. He didn't think it all the way through. You know what I mean? You can tell because like he's even talked about it now. He's like, yeah, I didn't handle that the right way. You know what I mean? So it was like they wanted him to be a leader. Like it was given to him too soon. Because when he went to Boston, he was still 25.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're supposed to lead a 19 and a 20-year-old.
Right.
You know what I mean? They looking at you like you crazy, like, yeah, you won, but they gonna talk to you crazy because they all look at LeBron as that guy. So they gonna look at you like, who are you?
LeBron won. You just on the team.
Yeah, like so that was the issue there. Now Brooklyn was a whole that's a whole fucking other story. Like I don't know, like that was just crazy.
Yeah.
Like, so,
but let's be real. Who did Brooklyn have? Like, how many games did him, KD, and Harden really play together?
They played like 13 games or something crazy like that.
That
was it. It was
and then
weird.
We go back and we'll talk about how.
But I don't think they love the game. I don't think none of them love the game like Kyrie though. Like,
but no, I don't. You know what though? I don't even think it's love the game. Like, we are vets. Let's put it into our terms.
Yeah,
we are a fire team, and I go to kick in the door to go in the house, and Young has my back when I go in first, and I know when I go in first, Young is coming behind me. So whether I get dropped or whatever, Young has my back. But we know that you like, I don't really feel like doing this today. And they say, hey, Norris got to be the one to kick in the door. Me and Young like, whoa, hold up. You know what I'm saying? Like, do we want to clear this house? Because we know you don't care. So you might just kick the door and not even pay attention to the shooter in the corner. You might just run through the building and me and Young thinking it's free. Yeah. We done got sniped, but you done made it through. I feel like he felt that they didn't have his back. Like, I love KD's game. I like James Harden. We've never heard them come out and be like, oh, this or this. Like, everybody protects their brand. You know what I'm saying? It's a brand thing. So, we got an issue with Kyrie. So the world got an issue with Kyrie instead of saying like, yo, is this really what it is? So we couldn't even see what that was. And then when I think about that team, you had them three. Was Jarrett Allen that senior? I mean, that center? Or did he come the year when Kyrie left?
Nah, he was part of the Harden trade.
Yeah.
He was part of the Harden trade, right?
Yeah.
He was solid. And then he go to Cleveland. But other than, like when I'm thinking about that team, we think Kyrie, Harden, KD. Claxton was their center.
Yeah.
Claxton was the center.
And everybody thought Ben Simmons was going to be that guy.
Boy, listen.
Yeah.
Man, stop playing.
That's what they thought. They thought he was going to be that missing piece. Like,
but right. But you know what I'm saying? Like when we go back and we think about all that, right? If you're a Kyrie, and I could have missed it, maybe y'all caught it. I don't remember Harden or KD ever coming out and actually acting as if they supported their brother.
Oh no.
Versus protecting their brand.
Nah, because KD answer is I just want to hoop. Right? And I'm looking at it like if I'm Kyrie, you also looking at it like you're supposed to be my best friend.
Yeah.
Right. You can't say something.
Off the court.
Yeah, like you can't say something. So he definitely probably felt some type of way like, hey, we partnered up to play together because we really cool. And you never said nothing good or bad. Like you just kept it neutral.
Asked Durant to make this move seasons before that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so
he making it now. They say he requesting the trade now for the Suns.
Let me ask y'all this question and really ponder on it before you answer it, though.
Man, I might already have my answer depending on the question.
I understand that LeBron is one of the greatest of all time. I get that.
Okay.
I get that. This is not a debate about that.
Right.
All right.
But who do y'all think about the stat you just dropped? 30, 40, 40. Who was really the star for Cleveland, though? Like, who was really, if you had to pick, like, do you think LeBron wins a chip if there's no Kyrie?
No,
the year they came back.
Yeah.
no, but see that one, you can't just ignore LeBron's stats though.
I'll let Young
I'm
go
doing
first.
my Rashad McCants right now.
Yeah, nah. So, like with that one, you also got to look at LeBron's stats, right? So what it was with that comeback, LeBron dominated the first 3 quarters, and then the fourth quarter tossed about it Kyrie and told him go to work because he was their closer, right? So he made sure that he was in a rhythm. So by the time it was fourth quarter time, he closed out.
So
So-
do you think this? So do you think you don't think the greatest player or the greatest of all time should be the closer at all times?
Hell yeah, you should be. I mean, that's simple.
But he handed it over to the young GOAT.
And that's part of the argument right there. What is the argument? When you compare him to Kobe and Jordan,
He's not willing to take that shot.
it's the killer instinct. Now I get it. You make the right basketball play.
So I'll say this. So we at the crib, so
On the bumper roll, you know.
I'm gonna be snack. Listen, for all the fans and listeners, I'm gonna be the one snacking on every pod. I'm gonna look. We're gonna treat this like real life. So listen, I feel like this. Was LeBron an instrument in that championship? Without a doubt.
Mhm.
But if and like I said, we're speaking in a word that we can't really say.
Yeah.
Draymond doesn't get ejected for game 5, they lose that series 4-1.
I agree.
See, that's the part we're all forgetting. They were down 3-1. Draymond gets ejected. They win that game, and he gets suspended for the next one. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Draymond doesn't get suspended the way that they were playing. There is no LeBron Cleveland championship in my eyes because of the way that it was looking leading up to that. The beauty of and it ain't just that last game. Like everybody talks about the last game. Well, when they do give Kyrie his respect, because Kyrie was the last Cleveland player to score a bucket outside of a free throw the last 3 minutes of that game. We go back. If Draymond plays, do we even get a chance to even see Kyrie do that? Because remember, LeBron, to this day, LeBron still don't have no serious post game. And as a hooper, that's what I was looking forward to. I was like, LeBron is going to bring out his post game in this series, and he's going to dominate people.
Be like Jordan did.
But he never did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he never did it. And when you're running as big as he is, as fast as he moves, I know that has to be exerting on your body, and you're getting hit. And like they say, a lot of times LeBron gets hit way more than the fouls they call, right? We all know basketball is a physical sport. And when he's a bigger guy, you tend to get hit more. He needed Kyrie. Like, the same way Kyrie needed LeBron, he needed Kyrie. But remember, the reports up until that point when Kyrie went dumb, LeBron needs help. LeBron needs help. And from game 4 to 7, Kyrie averaged 35 and more. So, if you know what I'm saying, like,
I have such a different. I have such a different thought process about LeBron, man. Like,
but see, this is the thing about LeBron. I will say this, no, and for everyone listening, I'm not the biggest LeBron fan. I'm not going to sit there in front like I'm fighting for him. Everybody's greatness is different. Me as a shooter that plays basketball, I would love to play with LeBron because I can spot up in my spot and sit there and wait, and I know I'm gonna get the shot because he's gonna make the pass to me, right?
Yeah.
But the other side of me is I would love to have played with a Kobe or a Mike because they demand greatness. So I would love to be in that realm. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to be in the realm of, oh yeah, we got to do better. We did this, we do that. No, I want it to be I lost, and then when I come to practice or I come to locker room like they said Kobe did, and he'd be like, Deron, you a shooter, shoot the ball. If you're not ready to shoot the ball, don't come in the game. When coach sub you in, you say, I'm not ready. Don't come in the game if you're not going to shoot the ball and you're a shooter.
Yeah.
And I respect that. But you think about it. Every time LeBron has won a ring, we all want to say LeBron did it. Cool, whatever. Cleveland, he had Kyrie to take over to be like, hey, I got you. Without even saying it, he just took over. The Lakers, Rondo. You go over there, I got this, right? We go to Miami. As much as LeBron bumped head with Mario Chalmers, I don't know that situation. Mario Chalmers had
Ray
moments
Allen.
where he took over. You had Ray Allen. That Ray Allen shot against San Antonio. Remember the one the rebound that Chris Bosh tipped out to Ray Allen? That saved them that game. They don't lose that game. They lose on their home floor. They'll just lose. They lose on their home floor.
They break them up too. They would have lost that. They would have broke them
You know
up
what I'm
3
saying?
up.
So
And Kawhi missed that free throw right before that.
they break them up. Period. That's broken up. Because you know what LeBron do? When LeBron come in, they call him Le General for a reason. He come in and he breaks. Look how Ingram, Hart, Lonzo Ball got injuries, messed him up. But Ingram and Hart, you didn't have to get rid of Ingram. I understood Hart, but imagine a LeBron, Brandon Ingram, and AD lineup. Who are you guarding?
But you know what's funny? Because everything you're saying, LeBron is now going to want every team to allow his son that maturation process.
Facts.
You see what I mean? Because every time LeBron goes to a team, if you're not where he wants you to be, you're gone.
He get rid of you.
But because look at old boy, D'Lo left before, started killing. Old boy left and went to Utah, and he started killing. Like Clarkson, like everybody who leaves around LeBron's umbrella, like they go off.
But if you think
LeBron's
about it, though,
amazing.
With all superstars, they do that. If they're in their championship window, Golden State just had to go through it, right? They were trying to be on that timeline of develop the young guys, and we can still win. And Curry and them was like, man, they get in the fucking way. Like, do something with them. Like they ain't ready. Like all superstars do that.
But LeBron does it very swiftly.
Oh yeah,
it's
scorched earth.
The All-Star break.
He do it in the middle of the season.
Yeah, it's scorched earth. By the All-Star break, trade deadline.
LeBron All-Star break, you out of here.
Yeah. Like don't even pack. Don't even go on vacation. You're gonna be moving. No.
Like you gone, bro. And
there's rumors.
Like you said, though,
there's rumors they talking about getting rid of AD.
They stupid as hell if they do. Because they
were definitely trying to get rid of him.
Because now you missed out. If you were gonna do it, you should have did it already.
Yeah. So as we speak of this gentleman that dismantles franchises, let's see what you guys think about this. You know, it's a lot of rumors of who they're trying to go get. So let's see here.
The only great part of this Laker job is who's on it right now, which means as a coach, I know my record's not going to be 9 and whatever. I know I'm going to be around 50% or be probably around 48 to 55 wins. I know that with 2 guys that I have on this team, depending on what they're doing this summer, depends on when they're going to get, more rings. So as a coach, I get to start off my NBA record with a plus. Mm-hmm. If I do anything in the playoffs or some high probable thing that we can probably make it deep in the playoffs or win a championship with the people I have so much leverage if I'm trying to go back to where I came from, right? You leverage yourself to get up there, to get a bag, to come back, and your platform get a lot bigger. The only great.
So what do you guys think about that? Is Dan Hurley the right choice?
So I'm gonna go ahead and jump out on this. Are we talking, because it's a double-edged sword, are we talking a real coach, or are we talking what fits LeBron's agenda? because you see what I'm saying? Like you look, you see, you're thinking, and even Young is like, well, hold up, because Darren Hurley, we all know his family. When it comes to that, them X's and O's, they educated. They got skills and they got talent. They got history behind it. Does it fit LeBron's agenda? Yes, because we've heard the reports of JJ Redick. Let's be real. Who in that locker room is going to respect JJ Redick? That
nobody.
And when I say that, I mean with the utmost respect, because that is an NBA player. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to if LeBron's trying to win a championship this year, the caliber of player he's going to want them to bring in, they're not going to look at JJ Redick and be like, yeah, coach. It's going to be the Luke Walton effect. Except Luke Walton actually won championships when he was in the league. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And Hurley, though, gain that, he's going to earn that respect. If personally, if I'm LeBron and I really want to win, I want the Lakers to hire Mark Jackson. I want them to hire a real coach that's going to hold me accountable and everyone accountable in this locker room. Like, everybody talks about what Steve Kerr did with the Warriors, but no one talks about Mark Jackson is who drafted that team. No one talks about how they didn't want Steph Curry. And Mark Jackson was like, no, we're going to draft him because I see something in this kid. And then Steve Kerr was able to come in and do what he do because he's a good coach. And he had respect from the players. I don't see a lot of people like, oh my God, it's JJ Redick. You're like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, he makes some of these takes like, I forgot who it was. It might have been on Gilbert Arenas' podcast. It might have been on their podcast. And somebody made a valid point. No. It wasn't Gilbert Arenas. I apologize. It was on Mello's 7 p.m. in Brooklyn with him and the young him and the guy Desus. Is it Desus?
Yeah. I know you're talking about from
Yeah.
It was him and Miro, whichever. I mixed them up. I apologize. But Baron Davis made a valid point. JJ Redick talks about the guys in the jersey. He always talks about players in the older era, right? And how they weren't good and they were this, they were that. And Baron Davis made a statement. He said, so Jerry Russ is the NBA logo because how good he was when he played, right? And this man had a job outside of basketball because basketball didn't pay a lot.
Yeah.
And he averaged more than JJ Redick, who all he had to focus on was basketball.
A plumber or something. A plumber.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what he be saying all the time.
Could you go to work unclogging toilets for 7 hours and then come to the Staples Center and drop 15? No, because you had 13 hours to just work out, sleep, eat, and chill, and you couldn't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the Dan Hurley hire could be good for the Lakers, but again, we never know what way LeBron is trying to go. I don't think JJ Redick will work. I feel like JJ Redick would not do anything in LA that was different than Frank Vogel did. If he'll even do that good. But if you want to just go not to make the playoffs, then yeah, he there.
What you think, Young?
So, like you said, with the Dan Hurley hire, LeBron already likes him. We already know that. Like, he was on, I think, JJ Redick podcast, and he was talking about the offense and how innovative he is with his offense. And they said LeBron already told the Lakers, whoever you hire, don't worry about me. You got to worry about what you're coaching for the future. So we know he can develop players. So are you really going to give him the leash to really, like, okay, after LeBron with AD, and if you can get another superstar, because with the collective bargaining agreement, you can't really put 3 people around him no more.
Yeah.
So are you going to move and let him really develop that talent? Or are you bringing him in and he's going to be the scapegoat because he's still on the championship timeline being LeBron and you ain't really ready for the X's and O's and the grind of the NBA?
Yeah. I have a different spin on all this, though.
Okay.
Why LeBron this is why I don't be on this like pro-black tip.
I feel like I
no,
know where you're going, and I'm ready
serious.
for it.
I'm serious
ready for
because, like, LeBron is supposed to be the voice, the face, the everything of the NBA, dog. When LeBron says something, it happens. It might not happen that day, but it's gonna happen somewhere down the timeline. And I like what you said, Mark Jackson, but it's so many other black coaches that I see on the back chairs on the benches, man, that have been assistant coaches for like a decade, bro. I see people that I thought wouldn't even nowhere around basketball no more. I'd be like, God,
and they sit over there chilling in the chat.
Yeah. I'm like, dog, like, why aren't you trying to put your people in these positions? And then when you put one of your people in a position, you do what you do to Darvin Ham, you did it to Tyronn Lue, you did like this dude is a Negro destroyer, dog.
I'm gonna say this.
y'all, for real, we gotta look at the writing on the wall, bro. Like,
like
this dude.
I'm gonna say this to you.
For real, man.
I'm gonna say this.
Name a black name before you go on to run. Name a black NBA player that played with LeBron outside of AD that he got paid.
Tristan
J.R. Smith.
No, Tristan Thompson. He didn't get J.R. Smith paid.
Yeah,
he didn't
get
J.R. paid. Right, but remember, J.R. earned his money in New York. He got Tristan Thompson paid because they had the same agent. Rich Paul. Listen, if I ever was to go into sports, Rich Paul is my agent. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you how Rich Paul gonna be my agent. I'm tell you three good reasons. Three of them. He got Tristan Thompson $100 million when Tristan Thompson averaged 2.6 points a game and 6 rebounds.
And cheating on his baby mama.
He got a kid who didn't play after high school, who played pickup ball for the whole year, drafted in the first round of the draft. And now he got Bronny, who, I hate to say it, is not ready for the league. I understand what everybody wants to say. I understand his dad losing his greatness to get his son in the league. I don't want this young man to fail. But you're not going to tell me as a hooper and a fan of this game that you can average 4.6 points a game, I think it is, 1 rebound and 2 turnovers or 1 assist, something like that. And you are not only a first-round pick, but you can demand that I'm only working out for 2 teams and I'm not signing no 2-way contract. When we got kids who were literally top 10 in the country who didn't get drafted because they said they didn't fit a system. He's not even the best kid on his team.
But I'm telling you, he ain't doing nothing. If it ain't for his son, he ain't doing nothing for his people, dog.
But he's I'm gonna tell you like this though, and it's going to sound messed up. He's a corporation.
Yeah, it's a business.
He's a corporation. So guess what? When
are y'all okay with that?
Listen, I'm not saying I'm okay with that. At the same time, I'm not God. I can't judge a man on what he do.
I'm not judging. I'm telling you.
What I'm saying is, no, you're saying the facts. But I'm saying is this:
he got AR-15, who he was calling the White Mamba paid, and look what
that was very disrespectful. And look what he doesn't. LeBron, think about it. Have you ever saw a news media cycle when they lost the game and they said LeBron was the reason why they lost? No, they blame everybody around him. They say AD got to step up. They say this person got to step up. Oh, he's 40. He's tired. Y'all got to help him. Oh, he's young. He did this last 3 games. Y'all got to help him. Oh, he's never had a coach. Oh, Kobe had Phil Jackson. Mike had Phil Jackson. This person had Steve Kerr. This person had Greg Popovich. He controls his narrative. If you think about it, bro, LeBron has controlled his narrative. His team is so amazing at what they do. When he came to the league, if you remember, you think back. Remember MTV Cribs?
Yeah.
When those episodes used to come on? They said LeBron was taking care of his sister and her kids. LeBron, the only child. That sister is his wife now, and that kid is Bronny. Because I want you to do the math. Bronny's 20. LeBron about to be 40. LeBron came in the league at 18. Where does kid come from? You ain't hear nothing about Bronny until Bronny was in the 8th grade and he was cooking, and nobody thought about like, damn, we had a hidden baby. Like, like you knew everybody else's kid, bro. I hate to say it, but he's a brand. So unless the Nike brand or somebody behind them closed doors say Mark Jackson or whoever, he's not going to do it. When you think about it, they're moving out the old guard. When you think about some of these coaches, they're pushing out a lot of the old guard. You know what I'm saying? Like TNT's gone. No more NBA, no more inside the NBA.
Yeah.
Where are we going with this? You know what I'm saying? Like they're trying to change a lot. ESPN has been firing a lot of people.
But you know what's going to happen?
LeBron ain't trying to be on nobody's bad side when he making sure that money's still coming. LeBron trying to own the team.
Yeah,
So
he's trying to get that Vegas franchise.
Yeah,
he trying to stay as clean as he
can.
Listen, he trying to stay as clean as he can until he can get in that door.
But staying clean ain't got nothing to do with why you're not like.
Yes, it do.
No, I'm talking about.
Who is pushing us? Who is pushing us?
What you mean us?
Us, me, you, young. We black men.
Yeah,
we're black men, women, whatever. Who is pushing black coaches in the NBA right now? Like I'm talking about media outlets. You keep hearing them talk about JJ Redick and how he can be this great and he can do whatever. They're talking about Dan Hurley. Yeah. I haven't heard anybody else say, "Oh, well, you know who the Lakers should be looking for? Mark Jackson." Oh, the Lakers should be looking for. Not saying Doc Rivers, but I'm just saying. But just for instance, Doc Rivers or
He the only one that they'll keep pushing out.
Look, or Sam Cassell off the bench in Boston.
Sam Cassell should have been had a job.
You know what I'm saying? You got all these guys. Derek Fisher, you don't even know. Derek Fisher back coaching high school.
Yeah.
He done snuck out the league. They didn't drop him down. Now he coaching high school.
You know who will be a good coach? Just because I'm starting to watch a lot of his content, Gilbert Arenas. I never really understood his. He has a very high IQ though.
Yeah, but sometimes he be saying a bunch of dumb shit.
I know, but I think
Gilbert has a basketball IQ. But why I say he won't be a good coach is Gilbert has the MJ and the Kobe mindset of you can't tell me you can't do this because I can. Remember, we hear all these stories of Mike coming down in his 40s and 50s and playing pickup with the team.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to hear y'all out here losing to these guys talking about they better, they this, or you this, you this. I'm cooking y'all. So y'all should use that as motivation. I feel like Gilbert is that. Like, I don't like Deion Sanders. Everybody talk about Deion going to the NFL. Deion will never go to the NFL because he don't want to coach a bunch of grown babies.
Yeah, he already said that.
Kids, you can mold them. When you go to the NBA, you're not coaching NBA players. You're managing NBA players.
I don't think Dan Hurley should be in the mix.
Okay.
It's too soon for him. It's too soon for him.
But he's a hot commodity right now.
JJ Redick,
that champs.
But look how college basketball is dying, bro. Anybody can win a championship in college basketball.
But the reason why he hot is because when the last time you seen somebody go back to back? We talking about 07, 08 Florida.
Yeah, but you can't compare. Look who Noah now was playing against compared to the competition today.
Look, that's the watered down AAU shit, and everybody have a different outlet.
Go give him another job. Give LeBron Mike. Is it Mike Dunn? Was it the one who he came from Florida, the coach, the white dude,
Billy Donovan.
Billy Donovan.
Billy Donovan. He did a great job at OKC, bro.
Yeah,
but the thing is,
he's better than that. Come on, bro.
But he in Chicago right now, though.
He in Chicago, but you got to think about it.
Listen, LeBron can control the league. Move him.
You're managing. He does control the league, but when it comes to the league, you're managing egos.
But then
it's
what?
Not, it's not the same. And LeBron, listen, and LeBron as much as
he's great, he has an ego. But he only got another season to win a championship, bro. So are you going to fire Dan Hurley if they don't win next year?
No, they're gonna sign. If they sign him, he getting a long-term deal.
But guess what?
And Lakers gonna be trash for the next 3 years because they ain't gonna have LeBron.
But guess what's gonna happen though?
You can't build around AD. He only played 30% of the season.
they're not going to blame LeBron if they
He's gonna be
lose.
gone.
Right? No. But I'm saying, but guess what? Let's say LeBron brings in. Let's say Mark Jackson comes over there, right? Let's just say Mark Jackson, who's a great coach, and the Lakers don't win. They're not going to automatically jump and say it was Mark Jackson why they lost. LeBron becomes in question. The last 2 years, all we talked about was Frank Vogel and Darvin Ham. We ain't talk about the Lakers. Darvin Ham, first of all, let's be real. Darvin Ham claimed to fame was the dunk contest when he tapped the glass like this and he dunked. That was it.
Milwaukee Bucks.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that was it. So when he come and coach the Lakers, every time they lost, it was Darvin Ham. Darvin Ham ain't put this lineup in. Darvin Ham ain't sub this person. Darvin Ham ain't do this. You bring a Mark Jackson in, the same reason why they got rid of Rondo. I'm 1,000% sure. The same way we hear these stories about Kobe and MJ years later.
Yeah.
When LeBron retires, we're going to hear him later. The conversations that were had, and people was like, hey, I don't need you to bring the ball up the court. I'm a point guard. I got rings like you got rings. Take your butt over there and post up over here. I'm going to get you this rock. You know what I'm saying? And LeBron like, no, he's not doing none of that.
No, you know him and Rondo bump heads because, I mean, shit, a young Rondo went at it with Ray Allen. Like, he didn't care. Like, if he felt he was right, he felt he was right. Like,
period. So I'm that's why him and Chris Paul will never play together. I guarantee.
Chris Paul,
but I guarantee him and Chris Paul done had them conversations, and Chris Paul told him, "You my man's in real life. If we get on this hardwood, it's not going to work. It's not going to work."
I think Chris Paul been trash since he left New Orleans.
Damn, you just a Chris Paul hater.
damn, wow.
It ain't.
Ain't you from Louisiana?
You still bitter that he left New Orleans, bro.
Yeah,
I
that's
can
what
see
it
it in
is.
your eyes.
I've never been a New Orleans fan. I never been a New Orleans fan. I just feel that Chris Paul went from a scorer to a distributor when he got to LA in Lob City, and I think his game just kind of left because he was
tough.
Lob City was tough, but Chris Paul wasn't tough.
No, so I think
you had Blake Griffin, you had DeAndre Jordan in that prime.
I'm gonna tell you what happened with Chris Paul. It was the Steve
Nash.
Nash.
Redick on that team?
Yeah, it was the Steve Nash effect, right? He watched what Steve Nash was doing with all that, you know, with the ball handling and the pick and roll and all that, and he basically changed his game to fit that. Now the Chris Paul in New Orleans was way more aggressive.
He was a dog.
Yeah. So yeah, he definitely changed his game, but he probably look, he watched Steve Nash win back-to-back MVPs and was like, okay, well, this is what the league is going to. That was bullshit too, though. Him winning 2 MVPs.
At a guard his size, though, you gotta maximize your ceiling.
Yeah.
And then without his name being Chris Paul, if he weren't Chris Paul, that dude would have been out the league, bro. Been out the league. LeBron probably paying his paycheck. We don't know.
Yeah, man. What he do to you in Louisiana, we need to know about, man.
It's not that, man. I just hate to see.
He does not like Chris Paul.
No, I wish basketball was like football, dog. I wish once you see somebody's abilities and worth is gone, they're out the league, bro. The NBA keeps people forever, dog. People that ain't got no worth in the NBA stay in the NBA forever, dog. Like, y'all know that, man. Like he just said, Tristan Thompson gets a deal every year, dog.
Hey, look, but hold on. But sometimes you still need vets in the locker room. Because a lot of if Ja Morant had a vet in the locker room, his stupid ass wouldn't keep playing on Instagram.
You know how you get a vet in the locker room? Give him a coaching position.
No, it don't work that way all the time.
Hey, you don't need to be on my court.
It ain't the same. Hey, look, you don't think that them boys won't scared of UD in Miami? You think they were gonna try UD in Miami?
Listen.
Exactly. Sometimes you need that old head on the team to remind you.
But that's a whole other story.
Yeah, you need that guy. That's what I'm saying. You need that guy. Like, you know, I'll smack the shit out of you.
I'm the old head on my team now. like, let's be real. I'm the old head on my college team now, right? They listen to my coach. but 90% of the guys on my team respect what I say out my mouth more than what the coach says. Because when you deal with some of these younger guys, with UD might ain't playing the game, but UD practice hard every time they practice. So I might not have gotten the game because, you know, they like, whatever, it's a young man sport. But then we in this practice, I'm going to bust your butt every time. With me, it's the same thing. It's like, yeah. And like everybody on the team call me Unc. I don't trip. You know what I'm saying? It's like, cool. But what you know is, like, anytime we play somebody or we play pickup or whatever the case may be, they like, all right, don't sleep on Ron. You can think he the old head, but he can go. So they, you know, they respect it different. So you need the vets in some of these. And I'm gonna tell you why you need the vets. And I'm gonna sound like an old man right now. I don't even care. The new generation is so afraid to tell somebody the truth because everybody want to be everybody's friend. And in their minds, I'm only your friend if I'm being nice to you. If I'm doing this, no, hold me accountable. Deron, you doing some BS. You right, Norris. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Deron, you right, Young. I'm wrong. Like, I can be man enough to accept that. This new generation doesn't do that, bro. There's no accountability. Everything is the scapegoat. Oh, man, it wasn't me, Jay. It was Young. You know, I only said it because Young said. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody is afraid of that. They don't want that conflict. You put that vet in that locker room, he don't care about none of that. And he gonna tell you what's going on. Think about it. Everybody that's having problems in the league, there's no vets on those teams. And I'm not saying that you gotta go and look for people 40. We're in an era now where if you're 21 in the draft class, you're considered old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They talking about players play like, oh yeah, he played 4 years in college. He's old.
Yeah.
He old. Like what? He's still a baby. We knew we was doing that 21. Now you paying these kids this money with these NIL deals?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got 16, 17-year-olds getting NIL deals, making millions, the OTE league, the high school league, where they paying kids on a minimum contract.
Yeah.
$250,000. I'm sorry, 16, you give me $250,000? I don't know what I would have did at 16.
Man, look. Military
I don't know what to do with $250,000 check today. I don't know what I might add. Look, you know what I'm saying?
For real.
So we're gonna watch old Gil again, man, and I want to see y'all opinion on what he's saying here about old Jaylen Brown, which is so funny because when we all were talking last week, I said this anyway, but you know.
If Jaylen Brown wants to win that Finals MVP, there's only one style he needs to play. Don't settle.
Well, he can't play both sides of the ball. He's not going to.
No. You can play both. Attack the basket. They want you to shoot jumpers. Don't be cat. Attack, get to the basket. They got nobody to really block you. If Gafford is going to jump, that means Porzingis is cleaning up, right? So if you're going in there and Gafford wants to leave his feet, you got Porzingis that can clean up all those misses. So you keep the pressure on that rim at all times, right? You don't sit there and chuck threes because they're giving it to you. Get in there, get the twos, get the layups, get the and ones, back door. You're gonna have to play basketball.
Hold on. Because every damn thing he just described is how Jason Tatum needs to play, not Jaylen Brown. He described the wrong person playing. Because everything you hear,
I know you was gonna say that, bro.
No, because he just described Jason Tatum game. He ain't talking about Jaylen Brown. So I don't know what highlights he watched, but he's talking about the wrong player. Like, I can't let. I couldn't let that one slide. Like,
So you don't think?
His defense.
Go ahead.
His defense. He was talking about the last series
because he won
the last. Even though the games like Jaylen had the 40 and the 30-point game.
Yeah, I think Tatum still
shot a lot of threes.
Yeah,
he shot a lot of threes.
Yeah,
that's typically not his game. Dallas tends to make people settle for certain parts. So you're right though. Tatum has been doing that, just settling. But if Jaylen Brown wants to stay and be the alpha, that because I personally don't feel like Tatum and Brown going to last together too much longer.
I really think if they don't win this year, it's done.
One of them gone.
Yeah.
One of them gone. And it might sound crazy, but I feel like one of them is gone. They lose this series, one of them is gone this summer.
Yeah, because you're talking about
9 times out of 10,
7, 8 years together.
It
you ain't
has
did it
to
by
be
now.
Tatum because of money, but does it have to be Tatum? Because they can do a sign and trade to somewhere, and Jaylen Brown can go whatever, and they can keep Tatum because he a face, and they can make marketing dollars or whatever off of Tatum.
Yeah, I would think they would move Brown before they move Tatum.
But him signing that $300 million contract, who's going to pick that contract up? What can be the issue? But this is also a new TV marketing deal year, so the teams have more money to play with. So a team might say, "Let us get him."
But remember, they were already talking about him flirting with going back home to Atlanta.
Ugh.
But he was talking about it. Like, it wouldn't be smart, but if he want to go back home and be the guy, some dudes would do it.
Who?
If you want to go get a check, if you want to go get a check, that makes sense.
You go to die in Atlanta.
Hey, look.
No, he want to go get a check.
You know where you take Brown yet?
Where?
Houston, with old boy. That talent that they got coming up in Houston.
Are we playing to win?
Yes. You take Brown and old boy, what's his name? The young cat.
Jalen
Green and Brown, another Tatum and Brown. Then you get you a big man.
You don't want another Tatum and Brown, though.
But I'm just saying, like,
who's the shooter?
Green's going to be
the shooter in Houston. Who's the shooter in Houston?
Green's going to be the shooter.
And they're not going to win.
He ain't consistent enough yet.
He shoots better than Ben Simmons, but that's it. He shoots better than Ben Simmons. But see, let me tell you something. But I'm going to tell you this. You send Jaylen Brown to Houston, he becomes Kyrie going to Boston. They're going to assume that he's been in the league 8-9 years, been to the finals, didn't get over the hump, that he's going to go there and mold them young boys. Is that who Jaylen Brown is, though?
We don't know. We don't know.
Like Amon Shumpert said, Melo told him. Amon Shumpert said, y'all was open. You had 3 people on you. Melo said, I shoot that shot. I was open too. Melo's like, I'm going to show you. You don't do it. Now I'm going to do it. LeBron is, you shoot the ball. Jalen Green is more Melo. Oh, you missed that layup? I'm going to drive to the rack. I ain't about to pass that ball to you again, bro. You doing too much out there.
I think Brown better than Tatum. I said this to y'all when we talk. I really feel that if Tatum wasn't a handsome, light-skinned man, we wouldn't even be talking about him, dog. He's a great dad. His son gets to run the sideline. You get to see him being a dad. His son's in the locker room. Like, who had to tell them in the locker room it's only one game? Jaylen Brown. Literally in the locker room, he told them, calm down. It's just one game. And Jaylen Brown was the only one who came out ready to play when you really look at him and Tatum. Because Tatum needs to understand that Tatum is not LeBron. Tatum can't sit back and not score. If Tatum's either in the game or he's out of the game. Like, he's not. It's how many points Tatum had game 1?
17? 16.
I don't care what you say. With the stature of Tatum, I don't care who scores what. Tatum shouldn't have less than 20. 25.
I give you
I'm
that.
talking about that. He should be able to put that up. He should be able to put that's 5 points a quarter, dog. That's a foul or 3 free throws. He should be able to do that in his sleep, even while everybody else dropping 20.
But that's why I said this series is gonna be interesting, because when you look at it, minus the Pacers game, the closeout games, right? Tatum and Brown historically in these type of teams both don't do well for them to win. So now you got to be like, we know how they do in the history of what happens. They both don't do well, right? But now you're going against Luka and Kyrie. You both can't do well, and that means the other guys have to play good consistently for the next 5 games.
Yeah.
We can say the next 3 games. But everybody has to be on that one accord. And I just don't see it.
Oh, I feel Dallas is going to win. I just feel Brown doesn't get his flowers, man. I feel like he's overshadowed. He's overshadowed by Tatum. Tatum, to me,
he is.
Yeah, but that's every tandem though, right? Like look at the nonsense with the Shaq and Kobe Lakers.
But with this tandem, the talent discrepancy is not that big. It's only 2 different positions. You know what I mean? Like
Tatum. All right, let's break it down then. What does Jaylen Brown do better than Tatum?
I feel Jaylen Brown is more aggressive and a better slasher than Jason Tatum.
Okay, and Jason Tatum
and defense. And defense, Jaylen Brown.
So defense, I give you Jaylen Brown for that. Better shooter, Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
More athletic, Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
More consistent. I don't have the stats in front of me, but more consistent shooter, like percentage wise, I would say Tatum.
Yeah.
It's a toss up, depending on where you go. Like you said, I do feel like they anointed Jason Tatum because he went to Duke. He's whatever, right?
Motherfucker, you ain't that dark.
I know. I'm not.
He said like you dark.
He's the face. He's like. Think about this.
But also,
if Jason
you know
Tatum,
what?
Go ahead, Durant.
Gil talked about this on his podcast. Tatum has not Tatum, but Brown has a reputation of not as he's a bad guy, but he's unmarketable because he doesn't want to do certain stuff because he feels like he's above things. And we both know when it comes to faces of the franchise, your ego you gotta take a small hit to your ego first before you get, you know what I'm saying? Like only LeBron was given the keys when he came in the league. They had a big 100-foot poster. He was stretched out, the chosen one. You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't happen. You'll see a guy on a Wendy's commercial or a local TV ad for a car dealership that's a big sponsor, or Chime, or them. It's who is that big one over there at Boston that's on their jersey?
Should be TD Bank, ain't it?
No, I don't think it's TD Bank. I think it's somebody else, isn't it? I had to look and see, but
yeah, I had to look at the one
like Chime.
Yeah,
I was just in Dallas. I see the commercial with Luka and Kyrie promoting Chime. Do we really think they got Chime cards? Heck no. But
they don't need an overdrive.
But Chime, right? But Chime, you know what I'm saying? But the reputation is Brown is like, that's not my I'm not doing that. Like that's beneath me. And it could be true. It might not be true. I don't know what Brown's brand is. I know he can play chess. I would love to play him in a game of chess. Vistaprint. The people that make the cards.
Vistaprint.
I don't see Brown on the way talking about some Vistaprint.
They got 4 of them now, but Vistaprint's on the jerseys.
That's on the jersey.
JetBlue, Sun Life, and TD Bank. Like
and listen, and Brown ain't flying JetBlue. He ain't getting no business cards made for Vistaprint. TD Bank is a bank, so he might.
This goes back to exactly what I said about LeBron not looking out for his people. What did Jaylen Brown do with most of that money he got for his new contract? He's building wealth for black-owned companies.
The private school, nobody graduated, but he built a school.
No, but I'm just saying when we can say Brown don't like to do things, but Brown's doing things that actually is helping the economy, which the big person, they don't want to see that. They don't want to. Go ahead.
That's your question.
Go ahead.
When has the economy been sexy?
It's not about. I'm just saying.
When has that been marketable?
It's not. But
they never praise you when you're doing good.
Yeah.
About you when you're doing wrong.
I need marketability. Guess what Tatum doing?
Nike shoes.
Gatorade commercials.
He's with Jordan.
Yeah.
Gatorade commercials. We drink Gatorade. They talk about the sugar. Got sugar in all the time. We drink Gatorade. You run marathons. How many times you seen that table with Gatorades on it when you pass?
Not a lot.
For real?
Yeah, marathon like runners, we don't drink. The people don't drink Gatorade.
Oh, my bad.
It's a million companies out there way better than Gatorade.
Oh, well, us regular people, you know what I'm saying? We Gatorade.
You know, people who ain't triathletes and shit, you know.
You know what I'm saying? You know, us regular
Y'all
people.
don't think about that though. Like, think about it, like, and then another thing I think about when I think about Jason Tatum, right? When people put him on this pedestal, if Jason Tatum is what the league tries to depict him as while the season's going on, Anthony Edwards would never got the light he got.
Anthony Edwards is him.
But I'm just saying
That was
His game's loud though.
His
that's
game
what I'm
is
saying.
loud.
That's
His
what
attitude, his
That was
personality.
Cat's team.
So why Tatum game is quiet, very
is,
quiet. Brown
it's
is more.
quiet.
Y'all seen that dunk Brown got a game? What?
Oh, that was nasty.
Yeah.
That was
That
disrespectful.
I'm
Brown
telling
does
y'all,
it all
man.
the time. But have you ever? Let me ask you a question. And I don't.
I'm fighting for Brown, man.
No, I'm with
I
you.
rock with
I
Brown.
love his game.
In today's game, Brown isn't loud like they want. When you look at like think about it. Let's look at marketing.
He can't
Right?
be. He can't
No,
be.
he can.
No, he can't.
When he dunked
He's
on
gonna
that whole
demand the
team,
ball. He's
What
going to
did he do?
demand the ball.
let me ask you a question. When he dunked on the team, what did he do?
He went back and played defense.
He looked like this.
Yeah, because it's nothing new.
When Ant-Man dunked,
Aaron Sanders used to hand the ball to the ref because he scored
Listen,
touchdowns. You know
but
what I mean? Like,
when Ant-Man dunked on old
I seen
boys,
Young dunk on people and not
Listen.
get crazy. I
Listen.
seen it in the flesh. I seen Young dunk on people at Barstow Air Force Base.
That's because everybody else get crazy for me.
right? You know what I'm saying? Like my first body at Barksdale was Ant Reed, and I dunked on him and just looked at him. I didn't say
Oh,
nothing. I
God.
just looked at him.
Bozier, I
But when-
told you.
But when Ant-Man dunked on he dunked on you, they don't like that. The thing is, they say that Brown has a "I'm better than you" attitude,
That's crazy to me. Man.
and I don't think that that's fair. I don't think that's a fair assessment.
Brown don't even get his braids done every game.
Yes, he do. He
Yeah,
don't
he
get a
do.
lineup. He get the braids. He just don't get a lineup.
He don't touch the new growth.
You know what
Hey,
I'm saying?
Tatum look like
With this-
his stuff fresh. Like it don't even get touched
Listen,
during the game.
Bruh,
dog.
Tatum barber is in the locker room.
Yeah.
He put on his jersey and he get
He get lined up at
Tatum ain't-
halftime like, nah, I sweated too much.
Yeah.
I
Back
put it
up.
like this, right?
Tatum ain't never look bad, dog.
KD got one of the most popular hooping shoes of the past 10 years, right?
Who?
KD.
Oh yeah.
He ain't never walked past a brush or hair grease. And for that, you don't see him in commercials. But KD is still marketable.
Because
They don't feel like and see Brown is intelligent, but he's a different intelligence. Bro, he went to UC. People don't know. He went to UC Berkeley on an academic scholarship. Athletic was second.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said
He ain't no idiot.
when I seen what he's doing with his money, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like he needs to get out of Boston. First of all, you got a black guy in Boston, bro. It's Boston at the end of the day.
Bro, you know Bill Russell has not been back to Boston unless it's an NBA mandated thing since he
That's what I'm
left.
saying.
And he won rings.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm telling you get Brown out of Boston,
But you can't send him to Houston though. They're gonna blame him.
send him to Dallas and give him a 3-headed monster.
Boy, listen, he go to Dallas, he gonna love life. You know how much Kyrie and Luka like to throw oops? Boy, he gonna be flying from the sideline.
Because then when Kyrie finally fades out, you got Brown and Luka.
He gonna be Derek Jones Jr. gonna go to the bench. He gonna be like, "Hey, bro, you start. I'm gonna come off."
He ain't going to Dallas. I'm gonna trade him to the team I just played in the finals. You'd be stupid as hell. Like,
But you don't want to send him to the Hawks though when he fucking around and cook.
KD did it.
huh?
You don't
KD
want to
did
send him
it.
to the Hawks.
Yeah, but
and
he
the
went as a
Hawks
free
cook.
agent though.
Yeah,
Boston
KD
would
was
have
a
to
free
trade. Boston would have to trade Brown.
I think they'll do it to make Tatum happy.
Nah, I wouldn't. Nah.
Damn.
They
If
will.
you gonna,
If Tatum's on somebody's head like that right now, I can see them making that choice.
but you gotta get pieces back. You just can't let him go for nobody.
Because if he go to Houston, you got to think about it. If they trade Jaylen Brown to Houston, we'll use the Houston thing, hypothetical.
They're gonna send a bunch of young people back out.
You got to get rid of a lot of that core.
Don't use Houston then, because Houston, you're gonna tear the whole team apart.
Exactly.
Because of the
You
money.
have to. Yeah.
You send him to Atlanta. The only person there is Trae Young. So if you
Don't
get
go
rid of
to
Trae
Atlanta,
Young,
man, they need to close that franchise down. Y'all know it's true.
What's wrong, man? You don't like little El DeBarge over there?
you're like,
He's another one of those guys. He's another one of those guys why I think Bronny could play in the league.
no.
No,
Heck
but see,
no.
whoa,
Whoa,
no.
whoa, whoa,
Whoa.
whoa.
Trae Young,
whoa.
outside of his first season, go
Wait
look
a
at the rest of
minute.
his stats.
we can look at his stats.
Wait a
Last year, he
minute.
averaged like 25 and 9.
But he was
Trae
hurt
Young-
most of that season.
Trae Young in high school averaged more than Bronny in his career.
I know
basketball.
that. I'm just saying, like size wise and all that. Like
No. See,
Trae
Who
there's
is
a
Bronny
difference.
guarding? Who is Bronny guarding right now?
he can guard Trae Young.
No, he can't.
What?
He can guard Trae Young.
Okay.
And
let's
Trae
say
Young gonna
guard
shoot
Trae
his
Young.
lights out.
Who
But
else
that's
he
not
gonna guard?
Trae Young.
Bronny
That's
said
not,
he only
but-
look. Bronny
but
said
if
he
I-
only working out for the
I can-
Suns and the Lakers. So he's in the West. He's not guarding John Morant because I don't think Memphis going to the East until the year after next. So now you got to see John Morant 4 times. You got to
De'Aaron
see
Fox.
Dame.
but he
You got to
only
see
got
Aaron Fox 4
he
times.
only
You got
got-
to see your boy Green.
But you got to think
4
about
times.
it. Bronny's coming off the bench. He's only going to see these people in spurts, dog.
Bronny shouldn't even be in the conversation.
But we know he is, so we got to keep him in there now. He in
So
there.
we're gonna leave him in
The
there.
dude might go top 10 and make everybody mad. No, he going to top 17 at least because Lakers got 17. I think.
All right, so he's gonna go top 10. Right, then we're gonna be talking about the biggest bust in NBA history because of who his dad is.
He'll never be a
And
bust.
yeah, he will.
Not
You
if
can't-
not,
who
not-
gonna guarantee he gonna turn into something?
And
We can't-
Bronny
nobody
said
LeBron,
he's not
LeBron,
signing no two-way
LeBron, y'all
contract.
said LeBron is
He
the
not signing no 2-way contract.
guy.
And LeBron gonna go wherever Bronny go.
LeBron can say whatever the hell he want, but he can't make his son develop. Like you can say
LeBron-
whatever you want to say.
LeBron's going to bring every team that his son goes to. They didn't coach him well. We need to find another coach. Watch. He's going to be just like his daddy, dog. His daddy
then-
is going to be playing puppet man. That's why LeBron
If
wants
you
to
have
take the
him-
team
if you
so he
have
can
him
bring
walk-
his son to Vegas and be like a Doc Rivers. Even though I like Austin Rivers' game.
But hold up. First of all,
Yeah, that's
y'all
different.
gonna stop disrespecting Austin Rivers. Austin
I like
Rivers
Austin
has
Rivers'
the best
game.
high school
I like Austin-
mixtape ever.
I think Austin Rivers could cook in the game today. Like,
Yes,
his
Austin
defense?
Rivers can cook today.
so.
What's up, son?
But yeah, look at that, man. Great dad. Yeah.
They can see you, bro. The camera. He said I'm a duck now so they can't see me.
He had I'm a ghost on him. Like
Where they see you?
So do y'all think Brown will win MVP if they win the season?
If they win it, they're gonna
Or
treat it
do
like Marshawn Lynch. They're gonna give it to Tatum.
I was just
yeah,
gonna ask,
if it's close, and they can split hairs, they're gonna give it to Tatum.
I was just gonna ask that. I was thinking
But if he
like,
play like he played game 1, they can't. They
but
gotta
do
give
y'all think that's why they gave him the Eastern Conference Final so they can be like, hey, you got the Eastern Conference Final MVP.
No, but at the same time, he just outplayed him. You know what I mean? Like you can't argue that series. You couldn't
You
argue
can't
it
argue.
either.
He did outplay him. He had
Yeah, he outplayed him.
So did
they
he
both
play?
had the one game and they both had 30. But Tatum had 40 after that. He had 29 the game before that. He had something that he just went dumb.
So let's keep our tally for our podcast. So game 1 goes to Brown.
Yeah.
Period.
Brown up 1-0. So we're
Brown
gonna
up
keep tally
1-0.
we're gonna keep tally every time we do because
Yeah,
if
Brown
we
up
get
1-0.
robbed, we going viral.
Brown up 1-0.
Yeah, Brown up 1-0.
All
I
right.
get it to him.
Because y'all know with light skin, we down right now. They let Kendrick beat Drake, so we down right
We didn't, they didn't, first of all,
Drake
they didn't let him.
beat Drake.
Drake went up against the wrong person.
We're not talking
He
about
should have
that.
battled Chief Keef for somebody.
Yeah, man.
True Drake fan. True Drake fan. You know what I mean? Yeah. True. Hey,
All the things to tattoo.
Really?
he's a great
That's
father,
look.
man. His son drew that picture, man.
Listen, as the look, as
Who
the
son drew that?
look, as
Drake's
the
son
avid
drew that
tattoo
picture on
guy
the-
on the podcast.
You still don't mean you should have got it.
Right.
I don't care whose son drew it. Your ass didn't have
It
to
wasn't
get
I'm
yours.
with you, Drake. I'm with you, Drake. You know what I mean? I got you, Drake. Don't worry about it. On this podcast, Drake will be.
Oh, look, we
Yeah,
gonna
we
go
will.
viral because he gonna hear about me from it. Look, y'all would have been all right if J. Cole would have stayed in it. Y'all would have won.
I agree.
He see, but look, he bowed out because then they turned
knew.
into a bunch of females and
He knew.
started, airing each other laundry and everything. Like,
Listen,
No,
Drake
Kendrick did.
is an
Kendrick did his
artist.
thing,
Drake
but
is a
I
great
like
artist.
Drake. I like
He's
Drake's like cadence. I like the. If you like Kendrick, you're gonna really be more impressed.
well, no, I don't listen to him anyway.
I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about the
Let me ask you a
masses, man. Go ahead.
Did you think Drake beat Pusha T?
No.
No,
Okay. Well,
No.
listen,
Pusha
okay,
T
at least,
can't be touched.
at least you honest. And
Pusha
I can
T,
say
yeah.
you're a fan, but you're a fan of music. You can be real.
Oh yeah. But I really feel like when
Drake won't beat nobody from VA in a rap battle anyway. Let's be for real. Like, come on.
God rest his soul. Here's Smoke Magoo.
I'll give you that one.
Listen,
I'll give you that one. Oh man.
All right, so let's see here. Let's see. All right, we're gonna bring the Great White Hope to the stage, man. Hey. You know, I got to see her in person last night.
Mhm. You saw she don't play defense.
She definitely doesn't. With that being said, I'm gonna be honest with you. Nobody in the WNBA outside the Aces plays defense.
No, that's a lie.
No.
Ooh,
My girl, what's my girl? Dejanay Carrington from the Connecticut Sun.
Yeah, I was about to say you need to check out some Connecticut Sun games.
Straps.
how
They
many?
the only undefeated team in the league right now.
Kennedy Carter. Straps.
I haven't watched any Connecticut.
You ain't watched Connecticut Sun?
No.
Oh, you tripping? That's the girl who had on at least the first game, who caused the 10 turnovers.
I'm predicting today.
What? That they gonna go 4? Because they look, you know,
I don't
between the
care
two
how many
games you watched
games.
last night,
I don't
they
care how
win.
many games they win. I see why they don't win because I seen that. I seen why they don't win.
In person, you see it in person.
They don't even. Dog. They don't even.
They don't play for each other at all. It's all.
Dog,
It's
I
all
watched. Hey,
selfish.
even though I like her game, I watched Caitlin Clark pout for like 40 minutes. She was always upset if somebody didn't move.
Froze
Or,
up on us.
like,
You froze up, bro.
can you hear me?
Yeah, you back now.
Yeah, so like I agree with you, young. For 40 minutes, I watched Caitlin complain about her. Like she was complaining, like trying to tell people to move out the way, and like bro, like you have a team. You have a team. This ain't
By the
our
way,
where you can dribble in circles and turn around.
No. You said before you play this clip, you said let's discuss the Great White Hope.
Yeah, she is.
She told her teammates, "Move, heifers. I'm
Yeah.
the Great White Hope. Get out the way."
I'm finna-
That's how she play.
And I'm finna explain to you why. Because this girl, dog, she sold out Capital One Arena. Dog, the Mystics were playing on the road at home.
They should. The Mystics have been trashed since.
Dog, I understand what you're saying.
Listen, I'm trying to think back to a roster of the Mystics was good, and I watched WNBA basketball.
They were pretty decent when they had
They got a championship. What, like 2000?
when they got over the black girl from Tennessee, Shamika Holsclaw.
Shamika
Nah.
Holsclaw.
Nah, they won a championship a few years back.
Didn't they get Elena Beard too?
Yeah, but Della Madonna was that. Della Donna was that girl.
But
Yeah,
didn't
they won
have
one with
Elena
her.
Beard?
Elena Beard. Did she play for the Mystics?
She didn't play
I
for
think
the
she
Mystics.
did. I think she did.
She probably.
Yeah,
they
I
still-
think
They
she did.
haven't been the same since they switched their jerseys.
They won with Beard. When
They
had
weren't. They haven't been good since they switched them jerseys, bro. They should never switch the jerseys,
no, they should have. That jersey was not marketable.
but they were winning in it.
Don't worry about it, because the next podcast, you know what jersey I'm wearing?
What?
Angel Reese, Chicago Sky. Got it downstairs. Got it up the black on black with the baby blue pinstripes. I'm gonna support her. We gonna y'all be sleeping on my girl, but let's see what they talking about with Kate.
We don't sleep on it, but like my thing, But dog, you should have seen that arena, dog.
Oh no, I listen.
When she scored, dog, you were like, what?
Listen, let me tell you something.
Yeah, but
The
we talking
Caitlyn
about like
effect, listen,
the
the
draw.
Caitlyn effect is real. Listen, I don't have any hate towards this young lady, right? As a savant of the game, though, I don't look at her and it could be the media has painted a certain way, so you dissect certain people a little bit more because the media, you know, they always throwing it in your face. But when I watched her in college, always could say she could shoot the lights out the basketball. That's what she could do.
That. Yeah.
But when people are saying, "Oh, she gonna come to the W and she gonna kill these girls and these women and she gonna run circles and da 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 da," I'm like, no, her game isn't that. Like, and it's not to compare them, but I want to compare the game styles. Maya Moore in college was Maya Moore in the WNBA.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Diana Taurasi, people can say what they want to say about her. The killer she was at UConn was the killer she is in the WNBA, right? Caitlyn was a sniper in Iowa that got to shoot 40 shots a game. You can't even tell me who was on Caitlyn's team in Iowa.
Very true.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So what she was able to do, I knew when we go to the pro level, only LeBron was able to get drafted as a high school rookie. Well, I ain't gonna say high school, but just as a rookie to go to the next level. And the keys was handed to him to where he could shoot 20, 30 shots a game. You can go back and look at any rookie.
But I don't even look. I look at the WNBA, dog, like a hybrid AAU league.
Oh,
like
I can't.
Wow.
See, I can't.
Wow.
And this is why I'm saying it. This is why I'm saying, like,
because I want to hear how you say it. I want to hear why you put that in, and then I'll give you my take.
So the WNBA, when we first started, like when you had Cynthia Cooper, Cheryl Swoops, that league should have been getting they should have been getting the money and the accolades, dog.
I got you.
This league now,
some dogs. Them was all dogs.
But this league now, dog, outside of the Aces, the people y'all know for the Connecticut Sun, some teams got nobodies, dog. Like some teams, the only person you know is the person they drafted this year.
Right. No. And
it's not competitive, dog. It's not.
So you're saying I got you saying. So you're saying by notoriety standpoints,
yeah,
that's why you think that. But well, I'll say this as a rebuttal: we've never, if it's the push that they get, you know what I'm saying. So I'll use Asia Wilson, right? She was that chick in college. She got to the league, and she was still her. But outside of South Carolina, where colleges make it, so the colleges are making millions, that almost billions of dollars off of sports. Some colleges are making way more than that, right? But when you go by sports in college, the fan bases are legit. They're loyal. They're there. They're going to fight. They're going to fight for you. So where you got Caitlin Clark when she's in Iowa, you have the school itself, who all the kids, we're not missing this game. Then you have the alumni and a few people that's going to come in, right? Because we want to see, whether they want to see you fail or see you do good.
Yeah.
Once you get to the league, now we see who the real fan. See, the college fan is a student who ain't got no money. The average college fan is a student who has no money. I go to Duke. Cameron Crazies is the real thing. Me a student ticket. If I stand in line all day, I can get it for free. If I miss the free, I pay $20.
Yeah.
We packing out this arena. We get to the league. I love Caitlin Clark. I gotta spend $150. I'm a broke student. I don't have that money. Is mom and dad gonna buy me that ticket for that? So what a lot of people don't have, once they leave college, they don't have that fan base when they go to the league, because again, we've all grown men. We've been dating and been married.
Yeah.
When have you dated a woman that said, "Baby, I want to go to a WNBA game"?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, let's be real. All three of us, we don't wear skinny jeans. We don't rock purses. But if the women that we wanted told us we look good in skinny jeans and man bags, we all have a closet full of man bags. That's the WNBA. Now with this new class, the marketing is so pushed behind these people, these players, that now you got it. Caitlin Clark, the machine behind Caitlin Clark is so crazy. It's going to garner hate from certain people, but I don't think the hate is they hate her. I think it's as a competitor. Let's be real. A'ja Wilson, a lot of people didn't even know this. A'ja Wilson has been signed to Nike since she's been in the WNBA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A'ja Wilson's been in WNBA 6 years. She got 2 league MVPs, two finals MVPs, 2 championships. I think she's been an all-star 4 of the 6 years, something like that. Her number is crazy. And this year she's averaging 35, 10, 5 and something, right?
Yeah.
She don't have a shoe with Nike. Caitlin Clark had a shoe, a signature deal, before she even stepped on the court. Based on her going to Iowa and losing. That's the part we're not thinking about. Iowa ain't win nothing. We talk about the last 2 years. They beat South Carolina 1 year. LSU beat them in the championship. The next year, they get redemption against LSU, and then South Carolina smacked them in the championship.
But the only reason we even care about that is because college men's basketball is dying. That goes back to why I said Dan Hurley didn't need a job. Like we started watching girls play basketball.
The stories are better. You got to think about it.
Because it's gospel. It's like Real Housewives of college basketball. Like
stupid.
Because look at this. Nobody's talking about. Look how quick Angel Reese and old girl became best buds.
Who?
Camilla? Whatever.
Right. No. Once we become teammates, what we did in college is now it's just we can talk junk. You can be like, hey, got the best of y'all while we was in college. But we teammates now. Now
Let me ask y'all this, because did y'all follow NCAA basketball for women? Like,
yeah, I followed it.
Do you think we would even care about Angel Reese if she never left Maryland?
No, because Maryland.
She don't do nothing but flop and throw the ball up.
No, whoa. What you're not gonna do is disrespect her. We ain't gonna do that.
Well, he don't like everybody today.
Listen, he don't like nobody. Look, listen. I want all the smoke. Because this is the clip that we need right here that we put out there when you talk. Let's talk.
Because when you
Maryland, okay, let me ask you a question. I'm gonna answer that, then I'm gonna give you a question. Will we, if she stayed in Maryland? No. I don't think Maryland would allow her to be who she is. Now, here's the thing though. Do you know who Caitlin Clark is if Angel Reese doesn't go in her face and hit her with the
Yeah,
because you ain't know Caitlin Clark was in college 4 years. You didn't know who she was until they beat.
Because Iowa wasn't winning until her last 2 years, and that's
so
what
that means. So that means she was doing what?
No, let me explain.
A lot, right?
No, let me explain. Why didn't Angel Reese try to beat the Caitlin Clark of the Maryland Terrapins? You see what I mean?
Because she got hurt. That's how they even watch
LSU is only a dog because of the girl that came from LSU is only dogs because of the girl that came from Shreveport, Louisiana. She finna be the face. You finna that freshman.
You're talking about Flo J.
Is from South Carolina.
No. Who?
The girl.
The young girl.
Yes. She will be the face of college basketball next year.
No, she will. But Angel Reese was there before her.
But
Angel Reese had 25 double-doubles.
You said she's gonna be the face of women's college basketball next year? You crazy?
Nope, not me. I think it's gonna be Hidalgo from North Carolina.
No, I think it's gonna be Juju.
Oh
Juju
yeah,
is a
I forgot about
problem.
Juju didn't leave.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
what?
it's Juju. Juju,
It's
a dog.
Juju.
Juju a dog. It's gonna be Juju, but second gonna be that white girl that left LSU because people just love her. She went back
Well,
home
no.
to Texas.
Well, see, this the thing. This the thing about Haley Van Lee.
She back
They
home
love
now.
her because she do this.
But she back home too, though.
She back home at TCU. But I'm gonna tell you, Juju problem. I like Haley Van Lee, but she's another Caitlin Clark. Wait, rephrase it. Rephrase it.
No.
I gotta rephrase it.
No.
Listen.
You
No.
Deron, you took the
Listen.
words right out of my mouth with all
But listen why I say it.
That's
I'm
why
gonna tell you why. But listen to me. I'm gonna tell you why I have to rephrase what I say. When I say she's a Caitlin Clark, she's an anomaly because she's in the sports world. She's a white girl who plays black basketball, right? Caitlin Clark, but Caitlin Clark is a bucket. Neither of them. I say they're alike because neither one of them can play defense. Neither one of them play defense.
She was a bucket before she came to LSU, though.
She was a bucket at Louisville.
Yes.
And she still was a bucket at LSU. But see, this is the thing though.
Their game was out and in. I mean,
Right,
in and
but
out. In and out.
This the thing.
And they changed their position too.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is the thing people don't
Point guard,
understand,
right?
especially when it comes to the
Yeah.
game. And what I knew was going to be an issue with the pros, Caitlin Clark going to the pros. In college, it's a system. And the system was built for Caitlin Clark to shoot 30 shots a game if she wanted to. Right?
She still does. I watched it.
Haley Van Lith. Right. You watched it. But let me ask you a question. Well, I'll come back. I'm going to circle back.
Go ahead.
Pinpoint that right there, what you just said.
Yeah.
When Haley Van Lith was at Louisville, it was the same thing. When she came to LSU, they run a totally different system. Caitlin Clark is in the league now. Everybody like Caitlin Clark. But what people forget, Aaliyah Boston is on your team. If you eat with Aaliyah, your game gets easier. But since everybody knows who you are and your style, we got to make you uncomfortable, make you do whatever, because you're just going to jack shots up, cry, do whatever the case may be. We're going to take Aaliyah out of the conversation because we act like Aaliyah Boston wasn't her
Right.
during her time in college. You know what I'm saying? Haley Van Lee, she went to TCU because why? Now she's going to go back to her old style as just the shooter. Juju, think about it. Juju's a killer. When Juju couldn't hit a bucket, what did she do? She leaned, but even when she was hitting buckets, she always leaned on her teammates. That's why she's going to be great. The girl Hidalgo from Notre Dame, she's she's a savant of a defense. Like she wants to play D, she wants to get in your grill, right? But I'm going to tell you, and this could be a hot take and people might disagree, but if this person never got injured, we still wouldn't talk about Caitlin Clark. Paige Buckners.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Paige Buckners is a problem, and she's still in college one more year.
She's another Cameron Brink that didn't get to be able to be talked about.
And Cameron Brink people do not talk about Cameron Brink.
Yeah.
She's a problem.
She's doing her thing with the LA Sparks.
Doing her thing. You know who else? What's the other rookie from
oh, girl, doing her thing in the Washington.
the Mystics.
She's just on the back. Yeah, Edwards.
She is cooking.
Yes.
You guys, Aaliyah Edwards?
Leah Edwards, yeah.
Yeah.
Problem. You got some of these women that are nasty, bro. It's just
I want to read this to you because you said something. So we got to have somebody look up the stats. I got to be like Shannon Sharpe.
you gotta get the stats.
Yeah. So we didn't hear about Caitlin Clark, but her freshman and sophomore year, she still averaged 28.4 points a game.
What was that shooting percentage?
They just wasn't winning.
What was that shooting percentage?
In her junior and senior year, she only went up 4 points, 31.6.
What was the shooting percentage?
Let me look at her shooting percentage. No, I don't mind. Let me see. Her shooting percentage. So I'm reading it. Now, let me see. I don't want y'all to think I'm lying to y'all.
I believe you, bro. I believe you.
Come on, man.
No, I'm talking about for like people. Her sophomore year, her shooting field goal percentage was 0.452. Her freshman year was even higher, 0.472. Her junior year,
Shooting percentage?
Huh?
That's a total shooting percentage,
Yeah.
0.72?
Yeah.
I mean, 0.472?
Yeah.
That's tough. 47.
Yeah,
47%
47% on
from the
all
field
jump
is tough.
shots.
Her
Yeah.
her junior year was 0.473,
Mhm.
and then she went down her senior year to 0.455. She averaged 0.462 her whole career, bro.
Okay.
That's tough.
So everything you said about her really not true. She was a
No.
scorer.
Oh, wait, no. What
No,
did I
I'm
say
saying-
that's not true?
No, I'm saying you said that she was still doing the same numbers her whole career. They just started winning her last 2 seasons.
Right. What I said was, I didn't say that. I
And she's
never
averaging
said she was a
16.8
bum.
right now in the WNBA.
It's point what?
16.8 in the WNBA.
Man,
right
you can't take that. Nah, that's hollow stats.
I didn't listen. I didn't
That's
say
hollow
that.
stats.
Listen, I'm not saying, I never said that she was bad. What I said was the shots that she gets and the attention that she gets was going to change. In college, you can't, without looking up stats, you can't tell me the other person on her team.
Oh, I agree.
So when we watched Iowa play, we watch her cook. And I'm not, again, the same thing Diana Taurasi said. When you get to this league, see, when you're in college, and look, and heck, I can say this because I'm playing now.
Yeah.
As the old man. We got a 15-man roster. I'm not going pro. I'll use me. I want to talk about nobody else. Forget the minutes I play. Forget what I do when I'm on the floor, right? And I'm playing Division III basketball at the moment, right? I'm not playing it to play pro. I'm playing to get my degree, and I'm being blessed to have a chance to play, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm playing, but when I'm out there, I'm being competitive. But let's be real. When we play teams, you got 1 or 2 guys that really can go to the next level. Might not be the NBA, but it can be overseas to do whatever. But the majority of the players are playing basketball to get a degree, and they have a life. Now, my coaching hat, because I've been coaching for a while, we go to the women's game. You cut that number even in half. The average, if you're not a D1 program, and not even all D1 programs, and I'm pretty sure we can talk to some people and find out the exact numbers. Half of their roster is just playing basketball to get a degree because they can go further.
Yeah.
So when Caitlin Clark said Iowa win the Big Ten, right? What women teams in the Big Ten have been good historically? We can't even think of none. That's one.
No.
Who was on that team, though?
I couldn't tell
What
you.
woman was on that team? Don't talk about what Blake Griffin was at Oklahoma. I'm talking about what woman.
I couldn't tell you, but I remember they had a good run.
Okay.
But Oklahoma would have been in the Big 12, though.
That's what I was
Big
thinking.
12.
Yeah, but you probably
Right.
talking about Courtney Paris.
Courtney Paris was tough. Yeah, that's Big 12. You're right.
Okay.
So
Big Ten, Big Ten. I
you
don't.
can't think about it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even know what teams are in the Big Ten.
So when you look at the Big Ten, right? Like without us even knowing off the top of our head, when you think women's basketball, I guarantee we all think of the same 3 programs, maybe 4. When we
Tennessee,
think of women's basketball.
UConn, LSU, and
LSU more recently.
North
Because
Carolina.
Simone Augustus, it started with Simone Augustus, Sylvia Fowler, all them.
North
But
Carolina.
you got, like you said, we'll take LSU more recently.
Yeah.
But Stanford
Tennessee.
and UConn.
Yeah.
Now we have Dawn Staley at South Carolina, and she's bringing a whole different thing to that, right?
But do you really like? And we won't stay on this too much longer. I'm not going to even show the video. It was just her 7 3-pointers for the night.
The 7, you know what I'm saying? We had before.
But like, do y'all really like? Do y'all really think the girls like college basketball is competitive though?
Yes.
I think girls are better system players.
So, but see,
that's why UConn beat.
coaching hat,
That's
right?
why UConn beat Juju and them. It wasn't because they were better; they had a better system.
But see, this is the thing. the coach in me, and I'll let Young rebuttal. The coach in me says yes, because women 9 times out of 10 don't rely on that athleticism as a way to win the game. Not that they're not competitive, not that they can't do things. I've had more 16-year-old boys feel like, I don't got to use my left hand, coach, because I'm so strong when I go to the right and I jump and dunk, they're going to back down. Women, on the other hand, the average woman doesn't have that dunk in her bag. So her bag is literally of calculating my spots, getting to the position, doing this, doing that. And that's why I feel like college basketball with women is more competitive than men. It's not that the men aren't competitive. The thing with the men that's different than the women is, in my opinion, is it's notoriety. We always watch, like, I'll use us. How many times have you watched the women's McDonald's All-American game?
I watched it almost every year. I would
Recently?
say the last year that
Has this been recently?
I was going to answer. The last year I sat in front of the TV and watched it was when North Carolina picked up that little short guard. I can't think of her name. She was super.
You can't even remember her name. And this is the thing.
She only played like 2 years in the WNBA. I can't even think of her name.
I know who you're talking about. I can't think of her name right now. I know exactly who you're talking about.
But watch this. Watch this, right? You don't remember her name.
I love Tennessee. I follow Tennessee the heart.
I got you. But you don't remember her name at all, right?
At
but
all.
You remember her. You can see her hairstyle, her everything, right? Who was the guy that the Cavaliers drafted #1 overall that went to UNLV and everybody was shocked they drafted him?
Oh, Anthony Benton.
See what I'm saying?
But you know why I know him? You know why I know him? No, but you know why I know him? You know why I know him? Because he was another person that LeBron killed his career.
But he was.
How LeBron killed his career?
Because
that's when LeBron came back.
He came back.
That's when he came back.
Hey, I remember everybody that LBJ kills.
But listen though, but I just want you to understand that though. You can envision this young lady.
You make me
that
feel
played
bad.
at North Carolina. That played at North Carolina was a dog throughout college.
Yeah.
Right? You don't remember her name. You ain't never see Anthony Bennett suit up in a UNLV jersey.
That's true.
Because when he got drafted, you was at the house like everybody else said, who the fuck is that?
But you know what, though?
You know what I'm saying?
But you know why
when you think about the women's game, though, the reason why I like the women's game, too, is another thing is it's easy for you to build relationships with them because the WNBA has the clause.
Yeah.
You can't come into the WNBA unless you're 21 or turning as the season starts.
Yeah.
The NBA been doing it one and done. We got guys go to the league and they just wash out and we don't even realize they there. That's why it's such an anomaly when you see a LeBron James play 20 years. You see a Kobe play 20 years. You see a Tim Duncan play 20 years. The Kevin Garnett play 18, 19 years.
Yeah.
Because guys in the league got a shelf span of 3 to 4 years. When the WNBA.
But I think the male sport, though, like the males talk about the bus more, right? Like I always hear Carmelo always talk about Milicic.
Yeah, because
all the time.
But we know why that happened, though. Let's be real. And listen. And I not wholeheartedly believe this. So if anybody watching this decide that they want to make a comment or say anything, please come at me because I wholeheartedly believe it and I come at it with we can battle this every day. LeBron James would still be great because he's LeBron James. But if Detroit did what they were supposed to do and they drafted Carmelo Anthony, there's never the 8 years back-to-back that Cleveland went to the playoffs. Because Detroit, with Carmelo and that defensive unit that they had in Detroit, is different. You didn't need Darko. You drafted him, so you was forced to play him, and he looked. I don't care nothing about this shit. He looked good in practice. If he was that fucking good in practice, why you ain't play him in a game?
Yeah.
Melo went to Denver with a coach who didn't like him, and they went to the playoffs in the West while LeBron was at home. If he goes to Detroit, what does Detroit do in the East?
Yeah.
They didn't have a score.
Yeah, he was the missing
natural
piece.
Score, and he would have had leadership. Rasheed Wallace, Chauncey Billups, Tayshaun Prince, Ben Wallace. He has leadership that's going to not only hold him accountable, but him being from Baltimore, being from that cloth, he's going to take them being tough for him, talking to him like, hey, little dude, calm down. And you put him around that? Corey Maggette, bro, they going crazy.
But can I answer it? I'd like to hear your opinion too, Young. But do y'all, because y'all just named the Pistons squad. Do Carmelo start?
No, he doesn't have to.
At that time,
he doesn't have to.
He's coming off the bench behind Prince.
But the funny thing is, Chauncey Billups did an interview.
Yeah, Rip Hamilton too now.
In Rip, and they both said that they had all had conversations. And Tayshaun had already said, if young fella comes into camp, half of what we see, I'll come off the bench. So he starts with the scoring, and then you can bring me and him in together.
Yeah, you would have to start Carmelo because his career would have been down the drain of him coming off the bench.
I don't think.
But it would have just been like 1 year.
It'd have been
like
as his 1 year off the bench, but it'd been
his rookie year. Then after that, he's starting after that.
He goes. Think about it, bro. Because Carmelo got robbed out of rookie of the year. I don't care
I
what
love Carmelo game, but I think Carmelo was like, I don't see Carmelo. And I don't know, man. After listening to his book and hearing him talk, I don't see because he still didn't have that maturity his first year like that.
But you got to look at it too. Look at the situations he walked into. Denver, he's expected to be the guy.
Yeah.
You walking into Detroit, and that's grown men you walking into,
and they telling you expected to be a guy. The coach didn't like him.
But do y'all think if he went to Detroit with the vets, right?
He has like 4 at least. I think Melo ends up with 4.
I give him 2 to 3.
But do y'all think that because I feel Melo is talked about more today, even with the less winning success. Do y'all think he would have been talked about having to be a role player in Detroit?
Yes, he wouldn't have been. And I'm going to tell you why he wouldn't have been. I want you to think about how Detroit won those championships, right? We never, when we think about the Detroit championships, we never pinpoint one guy.
Yeah.
We literally talk about everybody.
Yeah.
I think those vets would have put him in that position to be like, young fella, you eat and we got you. Because at that point, everybody was at that mode of we're going to win and we can play together. And Chauncey Billups was that glue. So I don't think Chauncey Billups would have let anybody like overshadow or talk, you know what I'm saying? Like talk down the other one. I think he would have sure that it was like I seen a take and Gilbert Arenas said, and it made total sense to me. And I had to go back and watch the highlights of that game. And then I found the whole game and watched it. The year when LeBron beat Detroit.
Yeah.
Right? Remember that year they beat Detroit and they went to the finals? They lost, but he went to the finals?
Yeah, when he scored the 28 straight.
Right. 28 points that he scored weren't skill-based points. And I know that's going to sound strange. He literally just was like, I'm faster than you, Jay, and I'm bigger than you, so I'm going to drive and when you look at the 28 points, there were layups and floaters and dunks. He wasn't shooting trays. He wasn't like calling the pick and roll. He was just like, you know what? I'm faster than everybody and I'm bigger. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run through your chest.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that takes anything from him. But when you think of how he did that with them, right? Throw Melo into that. Melo can shoot the ball. And one thing about Melo that I always respected, the same I did with Kobe, they don't have a problem with guarding the star from the other team the entire game. Not the fourth quarter with 2 minutes to go. No, I'm guarding you from the time they call a starting lineup until the time the game is over.
Right.
LeBron hands down is the best help defender that I've ever watched play because his knowledge is so crazy because he knows everything that's going on.
Yeah.
But when you say I'm hitting the hardwood, you know that old school, you smack the hardwood,
Yeah.
up. I don't think that when I think LeBron. You know what I'm saying? And people will disagree, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with it. But I don't see that. So I feel like if he, with like I said, with what he did, it was different. You bring a Melo in that Detroit. Come on, bro. I don't even remember watching highlights of Darko Milicic before they drafted him, bro. I was like,
it's not. And that's why he won't worth shit because look, you're going against Rasheed Wallace and Ben Wallace every day. So if he could have helped out right away, them two would have seen it. Right? So that's why it would have been different from Melo. You watched him carry Syracuse. So you already knew what you were getting.
Yeah.
You dropping a dude in that that's going to give you 20 easily. So I think like his career would have been completely different. They would have talked about him differently. Like you talking about he easily in one of the greatest small forwards ever conversation if he would have started his career off in Detroit.
Bruh, listen. So, because I don't know how much time we got left, and we can talk.
No, you good.
Another one when I like we think about LeBron going there. I mean Melo going where he went. LeBron did what he did. Whatever, right? Just like what you said, the conversation becomes different depending on where you go.
Yeah.
Michael Beasley. Think about watching Beasley play. And look, and you from VA. You already know what it is. He from the crib. What I'm saying? Me being from B-More, VA.
I think he one of the most underrated. I think he one of the most underrated stars in the NBA, dog.
We've seen, like me and Young. I'm pretty sure Young seen him coming in there a couple times from them AAU tournaments, or at least heard of Michael Beasley.
Yeah.
That man was a dog, but you put him on the right situation, he's somebody totally different.
Yeah.
Mental health, though. His stuff was mental health.
But then think about that too, right? He already has issues, and then you drop him as an instant millionaire to Miami.
Yeah.
Right? Like he came into the league already smoking weed at the damn draft combine. Like
that's what he was doing.
Yeah, so he was already coming. Then you put him in Miami. Right? Like that's the wrong place for somebody.
But not even that though. Think about it though. When he was in Miami though, he didn't get in a lot of trouble because again, who was there? UD.
Yeah.
Pat Riley had he had an environment there to let guys know, like, listen, we're in the league and y'all are making this, but guess what? I don't care about nothing y'all got going on. This is what we're doing. I honestly feel if LeBron would get a real coach, or if LeBron would have stayed with Mike Brown, how you get fired when you get to the finals and lose? You had the best record in the league. Y'all get to the finals and you lose to a Greg Popovich coach team, which, whatever you want to say about Greg Popovich, his system is immaculate.
Yeah.
When he gets those pieces in there. You know what I'm saying? Mike Brown gets fired. But we all know he got fired. This is how you know Mike Brown got fired for some BS. When Mike Brown got fired from Cleveland, remember when Cleveland lost to Golden State?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike Brown was still getting paid by Cleveland under contract. You can look it up. He wasn't getting paid by Golden State. He got a ring by Golden State, but was getting paid from Cleveland because they got rid of him to make LeBron happy. And again, I don't think it takes nothing away from LeBron, but I feel like he's never had a coach to challenge him. And I feel like LeBron needed that. But it's the same thing. Like I'll say LeBron has the Caitlin Clark effect. And when I say this, because Jay, you can look up the stats and bring it back when we had the next pod, right? Now look, I want you to write this down. Quote me. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. LeBron was the face of St. Vincent St. Mary's when he was in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't the best player on the team stat-wise.
No, it was oh boy,
Romeo. Was it Romeo or Romeo, whatever?
Romeo, the light skinned guy.
The other small forward. The other four.
But what's crazy, Young and Duran, LeBron recruited him. They got him the year they lost to
Melo.
Yep.
The one time he played Melo, they lost.
The next year they brought Rome in. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he had to come up that VA, that I-95. He was struggling when he came up that I-95.
Look, it's different when you hit that 95 north. You know, it's a little different on that side of town.
Look.
But even with that, we watched like I remember watching LeBron play. The boy was a problem. I watched, like I'd never be like, oh shit, this and that. I'll never take that away. But fans forget it's the effect. They saw something, the league, Nike, the world saw something in LeBron, and they made him. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the WNBA with Caitlin Clark. Now, I will say this with the Caitlin Clark situation. And it's more of a question. And maybe y'all can answer, or maybe we can't. And hopefully, as we grow, people can answer this question for us. What was it about Caitlin Clark that made the WNBA or Mercedes-Benz, which is one of her biggest sponsors, push her to the forefront over, let's say, I won't even use A'ja Wilson. You can use
Juju.
No, I won't use Juju. Like A'ja is tough, and she was tough in college. I won't take nothing from her career in college. And the WNBA is what made me have more appreciation for A'ja, right?
Mm.
But in college, if I go to a college player, what was it that made any marketer take Caitlin Clark to here over, let's say, Amaya Moore when she was in college? Because if I think of dominance in college, Amaya Moore, Candace Clark, they dominated 4 years in a row. Caitlin didn't come to the end. I would like to see how marketers do the marketing tool. You know what I'm saying? I want to take race out of it. Look.
No, I agree with you because think about
you can't. And go ahead.
Listen, understand that. But in America, look, we know America, everything can be race-based, and we break it down. We break it down to the simplicity. But I want to take that out. I want to go just game and skill.
You can't, because you won't answer the question.
But I'm gonna bring up somebody that we can still. Breanna Stewart.
Yep.
4 years straight at Connecticut.
A bucket. Breanna
dominated.
Stewart was a problem at UConn.
Most outstanding player every year.
Hated seeing her. And
why she couldn't have been the face of the league?
Because I'm a Maryland Terps. I'm a Maryland Terps fan.
But Breanna Stewart, white.
But I'm going to answer both of them for you.
Listen, I'm a Maryland Terps fan to the death when it comes to college basketball. College football was Auburn because everybody know, you know what I'm saying?
Whenever y'all
Charles Barkley, Bo Jackson, those were my favorites growing up. So I follow Auburn football and I follow Auburn basketball for men because of Charles Barkley. But Maryland's women basketball, I've always been a fan from the time I was a pup till I grew up. And I remember watching the one Maryland game I went to was when the girl, which is so crazy that we talk about it now, Monica, who her and Stephen A had the little situation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I was at that game when they had that upset and she was cooking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've been a fan forever. But like you said, Young, I want to know, where did you see the turn? Where did they see the turn? Because when we go skill-wise, I'm not going to say that Caitlin Clark isn't a problem because she's a beast. But if we want to be real, they're talking about, now, with the Olympics. I don't care that Caitlin and Angel and Cameron didn't make it. Them young girls young. They got plenty of time. I'm mad that I'm gonna jack her name up. She plays for the Dallas Wings. The young girl she played at Notre Dame a couple years ago. She hit the 2 back-to-back shots.
Oh yeah, I know.
Kobe Coleman.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a jack her name up. She got an African name, and I do
Yeah.
not want to jack her name up for nothing.
I know who you talking
But
about.
she's a problem.
Yeah.
Is it Abikwe?
And
Ari,
Abikwe.
Ari Adebikwe,
Guma Bale or something like that.
And I'm so
What?
sorry, man. If you ever see our podcast,
We
I don't want to say your name because I don't want to jack it up. But you are a problem.
Mhm.
And not only this is a personal experience. I don't want to just say you're a problem because of what I see you do in the WNBA. I had the privilege of playing pickup ball with you at a pickup game was last summer actually at a college. I ain't gonna shoot the college out because I don't go to that college. So I ain't gonna shoot them. I ain't gonna shout them out. But I had the privilege and honor of playing against you. You lined up and played pickup ball with us, and you a problem. Dudes were afraid to guard you. Grown men. I just don't want to jack her name up, but she plays for the Dallas Wings. I'm gonna look it up while we're on the pod while y'all finish, and I'm gonna get her name. But I'm gonna probably still jack it up, but she's a problem. And I'm mad she wasn't on the All-Star, on the Olympic team versus Caitlin.
So let me break these down for y'all.
Go ahead, man.
So, all right. So I'm gonna break down each one. I'm gonna start with this is why I said what's going on in the world is very important to know what's going on in the world because it actually dictates marketing. So if y'all paid attention to the kicker at Kansas City that did his speech at the Catholic school and he talked about the roles of women and all that stuff.
I remember that.
Breanna Stewart would no longer be the face or can't be the face because she's not heterosexual. The WNBA is starting to lean more towards more feminine women now. Angel Reese. Hold
They're
on.
trying to get to that. Okay.
Caitlin Clark has a boyfriend. Cameron, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he's a collegiate athlete at Iowa, I want to say, right?
I don't know.
Not sure.
Oh, okay. But like
I didn't know her sexuality, but I
yes,
I didn't know she had a boyfriend though.
It's very important to know where we're trying to push things. If you notice the WNBA draft this year, the women dressed it very feminine. Like people were raving about the way they dressed. Now, even walking into the stadium, it's like the men's games now. They're paying attention.
Right.
To
I haven't seen a lot of them showing them coming into the games. And
that's crazy to me though.
And I'm gonna tell you why the other people can't because look, you got multiple people that you can make the face, and his faces is not just talent. Chelsea Plum. She almost did it, but then her and Wallace.
What you're not gonna do? Wait. What you're not going to do is disrespect Kelsey Plum. It is Kelsey. It is. You said Chelsea.
Oh, Chelsea. Whatever.
It is Chelsea.
So she almost got it, but her and old boy. Abike.
That's her name. Listen, I am not going to listen, Queen. If you see this, I hope you see this. I will not say your last name and mess that up. But I know your first name is Enrique. I know you are a problem. I was privileged to play pickup ball with you last summer. I'm not going to say the college. I don't care. And you know the college because you played there. They had an awesome court. You are a problem. They snubbed you from the Olympic roster.
But that's the reason why Breanna Stewart couldn't be the face, who was going to be the face until she got locked.
Breanna Stewart got a man?
No, she's gay.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you have to see the climb.
Well, Candace Parker had a man when she first came in the league.
But that was just a front. She got a baby and she left. like, and I'm not saying this like I don't care.
No, you said it was a front?
You got to read that story, man.
You got
to read that story.
Y'all got to think about when she came into the WNBA. We were still on Lisa Leslie, Cheryl Swoops, Tina Thompson.
Who is one of the most beautiful women in the world.
Very feminine women, dog. These women were
coach against your son. I met you and your husband 2 years ago in Florida, in Orlando, at the ESPN Center. Coached against you and your son.
But like these were moms in the league, dog. Like
that is
these
true.
Were women. You know what I mean?
You know what? What's old girl name? She fine as hell. She played for Notre Dame a couple years ago. think she back in Seattle.
Skylar Diggins.
Skylar Diggins. It makes sense because when she first came in, Skylar was
She was going to be the face, but then she said she went through her stuff and didn't want to come back, and then they talked her into coming back to the league.
Right, because you've heard a few women that left the league because of bullying.
Yeah, and it was going to be one. It was going to be one face of the league.
And I don't mean this as in it didn't happen, but that was what was said. They were being bullied for being straight.
Yes.
And I haven't seen any reports come out as far as like the confirm nor deny. So I have to say allegedly they were being bullied.
And it was going to be one person that was gonna get it, but then she got locked up.
Brianna, hold up, Brittany
Griner.
Griner. But Brittany Griner likes.
That's what I'm. But she was there, but then she just ruined it.
Yeah,
when she got locked up and everything had to happen because it affected the economy, it affected the world, dog.
But see, my thing is like you didn't have this push, right, for equal rights. So why? And then two of your best female athletes are both gay, and you've had this push for equal rights and inclusion. That was their time as the WNBA to capitalize on that, not to try to reverse it back.
You know why they got to reverse it back? What letter in that community will take over the WNBA? See, we got to have hard talks. T, the transgender community. If you want to support a community, you have to support the whole community. And if that would have happened, you would have had men dunking in the WNBA.
That'd be tough.
Who couldn't be successful. You would have had Joanna Mans dunking in the WNBA.
Yeah,
I'm serious. Like, and like I tell people, I don't care how you live your life.
I feel like, but you know what I know? I will say this. I'll say this, and like you said, we was in the military. We all military, so we've been taught to have these hard talks. It is what it is. The issue with that is who will take advantage. And when I say that, I want to, we'll bring up the swimmer, the college swimmer.
Yeah.
He was NCAA from the reports I saw. He was the last, he was the ranked almost the last swimmer in the world.
He's like the worst male swimmer, yeah.
He converts and he's a woman. I identify as a woman. Now he's the number one in the world.
No, he's not.
No, wait. At the time when he won the championship, he was number one.
Talking about in the women?
Yes, he won.
No, he didn't. Go look up the stat. The lady went viral. They actually tied, and on the back and backstage, the girl went viral on Jason Whitlock's show. She's a Kentucky swimmer, white girl. She's going on a tour. She talks about it.
Oh, well, cool.
At the backstage, they talked her into letting him take the number one.
Right, but when I say that is when I say like you said they tied and cool. But even if let's say he's not number one, right? Well, no, he tied, so technically he's still number one. It's two number ones. He went from dead last to number one. What's to say a guy can say I'm 7 foot and I'm doo-doo with the men? I identify as a woman. And now I'm in the WNBA. Now I'm the best woman ever played the game.
It wouldn't work.
Just like, no, but I'm going to tell you, it's getting towards that with certain
things. But it won't work. They would demolish the WNBA before that happens.
They won't. I'm going to tell you why they won't.
Man,
I'm going to tell you why they won't.
Big Three will take over. Asia Williams will be in Big Three, killing it.
I'm going to tell you, listen, I'm going to tell you why they won't demolish it. Well, I feel personally, and I could be wrong, well, I feel like they won't demolish it. You ready?
Go ahead.
Caitlyn Jenner was voted Woman of the Year. The year that Caitlyn Jenner was voted Woman of the Year, I want you to go and see the other women that year that were naturally born women, what they overcome. And they lost to a 65-year-old grown rich man who decided, you know what? I'm a woman today.
But the climate wasn't ready for it. That's what I'm saying, Deron. The climate wasn't ready for it.
So now I feel like a man can do that now. If I feel like now a transgender man can come out and say, or would it be a transgender woman? I might be wrong in how I'm saying this. Yeah, it'd be a transgender woman. So it'd be a man that identifies as a woman that can come out now and say, you know what? I identify as a woman and I'm 6'8" and I'm dunking on everybody. I want to play in the WNBA.
And the WNBA will either boycott them or they will demolish the WNBA.
So why are you boycotting?
Because the women still stand together. Women are like men. Women are going to stand. They're going to stand together, dog.
Look, the fact that it ain't happened yet, it got to be something in their collective bargaining agreement.
Could be.
And listen, and I agree, and I feel like that. But that's why I say it's a two-headed monster, though, because you can't, from how it seems, under the table, you're supporting one way of life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then on the other side, you're abolishing it without speaking. Like, for instance, with the like I said, the girl Carrington, who I kept telling you about, who played for the Connecticut Sun, who was locking up Caitlin Clark the first game, right? You know how, like, after that game, why the second game became so big? Had nothing to do with her playing great defense and her playing a great basketball player. The world found out that her ex-girlfriend played for the Fever. So then people start posting in dissecting certain situations. Like the girl did some shit and they went to like bump her or whatever. And the ex-girlfriend like grabbed the girl like, hold up, bitch. Like you could be mad at anybody over there, but not her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, not that she's a great hooper. It's, oh shit, they got drama in the WNBA. We got ex-girlfriends battling each other. You had the Brittany Griner situation. Remember before she got locked up, she was married to the girl. Then the girl, when it got cheated on her, got pregnant by a guy. But because she was pregnant when she was married to Brittany Griner got to pay child support on the child that clearly ain't hers. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's certain shit that's like, listen, like you said, if we embrace certain things, you can live your life, you can be who you want to be. Mm-hmm. But if it is in the collective bargaining agreement where they cut off the men who identify as women, and the reason why I say I do this, because I feel like there's going to always be an outlier who doesn't really identify as a woman, but he couldn't make it over here, so he wanted to take advantage over there.
Yeah, like that's why I said, like, for all the changes that we've had and nobody's tried, it got to be something that they be like, look, if you're not naturally born a woman, you can't play in the league.
Even AAU has that in AAU sanctioned tournaments. You have to play, once you get to a certain age, you have to play with the gender you were born as. But under that age, which is normally 7th or 8th grade, you can be either or. Like, we were just in the tournament in New York, in Beekmantown, New York. We played against a team. I'm not going to call the team out. But we played a team. My 5th and 6th grade girls, who are a combined team, played in the tournament. And the team we played against, they had a little boy on the team who identified as a girl. During the game, you know, like my kids, you know, we're going to play. Like, I teach you to get ready for whoever's in front of you. We lost in overtime by 1 point. Great game. None of it. Where the issue became a problem with my parents was after the game, there were parents from the other team who were talking about the young man who identifies as a young lady. And they were saying that not until the kid got cut from every other local AAU team that he tried out for, that now the dad is saying he identifies as a girl. So if they're doing that at that age, what's to stop someone that's 21, that's in college? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're a 4-year starter in college. You've been busting your butt. You play for North Carolina State. You're averaging 19 points a game. You don't get drafted. What's to stop you from saying, you know what? I identify as a woman. The reason I didn't get drafted is because the NBA, I disclosed this information and they punished me for it. I want to declare for the WNBA draft.
I think it's on what Young said though. I guarantee you it's something in that agreement that also states that if you do not complete, like if you're not competing in like women's college basketball before entering into the WNBA, like I guarantee it's something like you said. It's
something.
Yeah, it's a small, minute thing that's keep it like nope. You didn't,
and I like that, and I feel like that should
go
be
to the big three though. I feel like if you feel that way, go to the big three. Go to the big.
But even with that, you try out.
Yeah, go to the big three.
My young boy Nasir Core, salute young fella. You know what I'm saying? Our great runs at the PAL in Tampa. He went to college. He didn't get a lot of playing time, right? He managed to, he honed his craft. He was able to go overseas for a little bit. Things didn't work out, whatever. He started with the next chapter. Now he's with Ball Is Life. And now I'm online and I'm watching the Big Three draft and I hear his name get pulled. He put in that work and he stayed where he was at.
Yeah.
And he got his own brand, Big RU, shout out. But let's say if he decided, you know what? I did this. It ain't work out. I declared, I'm this. Because what if up until this moment, I didn't understand my psychological issues I was having? So it sounds good. You know what I'm saying? Like it sounds good to say I identify as a woman to play high school ball, but how many high school teams is going to allow a male-born young man, somebody born a male, to play in their league? Yeah. If KD and LeBron said I identify as a woman and they went to the WNBA, they might have 100-point games. They're going to mess around and average 87 a game, bro. Think about it. Who is stopping LeBron? We got grown men who can't stop LeBron. Who's going to stop AD? What woman is going to stop them?
That's what I'm saying. It ain't that simple. Not for the pro leagues.
Yeah. I want to get your guys' opinion on something before we close up, because when y'all brought up Beasley, it made me think of this guy, and it happened earlier this week. Y'all are probably familiar with it, but I want to play it, and I really want to get y'all thoughts before we close out today. Like, cause this, I was like, I haven't been able to watch the video, but I've seen it going around, and I want to see what you guys think about this.
All right.
This young man.
This I did see this, but
Nice. How pissed off are you in a day like today?
No, I'm not. I'm not pissed off at all. I'm not a sore loser. The better team won. They're a great team, and we enjoyed the playoff series playing against them.
Why did they advance and you not?
Well, honestly, they did the intangibles. It wasn't about the talent per se, individually. It was together, which is why they are more of a threat, because they play so good together, man. A good team that I really admire.
Did the team lack the same that the team lacked in Athens?
No, I don't think so. I think we gave our effort. I'm very proud of my guys. I'm very proud of them. And this year has been a beautiful experience. I made a lot of friends, and I've met a legend himself. I met, Mr. Norris. He's been helping me out this season because it wasn't easy, but with his encouragement and his diligence, he helped me maintain my level head during the year. So I just wanted to shout him out.
Are you able to level this season in terms of to make a balance about how things were going, taking a look back to the season now that it ends?
You can't be bitter. most important thing is everybody's safe, everybody injury free, and that's the most important thing. These guys can go home and play with their kids. They get the chance to be healthy. So that's the big thing. That's a win in my book.
Finally, two questions, two topics. First of all, about you. It was your first experience overseas. Globally, one thought, one statement about this first year outside United States.
Yeah.
In terms of basketball and in terms of life. What's wrong, boy?
Hold
okay?
on, what?
Listen.
Hold on, man.
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
I don't remember him saying boy.
Yeah, he definitely did. Like,
That's another conversation.
We won't talk about it.
I'm gonna skip that part, and I'm gonna go to why the young fella is being emotional.
Yeah.
Because I saw it, but I did not hear that part.
That was my first time listening to it. Like I was like,
so Jabari, let's backtrack, right? Jabari Parker was what, number 1, number 2 out of high school in the nation?
Number 1.
He was number 1, right?
Yeah, number 1 coming out of Simeon, right?
He out of Chicago, right?
Simeon, right? So goes to college. He comes to the draft. He's number 2. Arguably, between 1 and 3, arguably, the picks were going, right?
Right.
But he gets drafted number 2. He gets hurt.
Where did he
injury
go?
bug bites him.
Who drafted him, Duran?
Milwaukee.
Okay.
What a lot of people don't know is him and Giannis was on the same team.
Was he there when Michael Redd was hot?
Yes. He got hurt, remember?
Yeah, it would have been right after
Michael
Redd,
young Giannis, young Jabari was around this. They were all together on the team.
Yeah, Redd was trying to come back from the ACL tear.
Okay.
Yep. So he gets hurt.
Man, we
everything's
old,
everything. Look, I know I'm old.
We old, dog.
We old. Listen,
Michael Redd was a sniper, dog. He was James Harden before James Harden, dog.
No, I wouldn't say that game. He played different.
I ain't talking about like, but just being a lefty, the shooter.
Oh, the lefty. Okay.
Okay.
So he was a more athletic Chris Mullin.
All right, keep going with your point.
Yeah, look at because Jay had a bang. Michael Redd was a sniper. He was a lefty Ray Allen. Nigga. He was just a lefty. Now, if Jabari had all those injuries, he went down. He kept getting hurt. The injury bug was messing him up. So you got to think about it, bro. He went from that to he was moved out the league to he goes over. He's in Barcelona now, I believe. Could be wrong, but I believe it was Barcelona. One of the top European leagues in the country. One of the top leagues in the country outside of the NBA. To get to the finals and he be an asset and a big part of that, I understand the emotion. As a competitor, I understand the emotion.
When he asked him that question, everything hit him at once.
His
whole
game
career
was over. His whole soul was like, whoa.
Yeah, like everything. That one question brought all the injuries, the rehab, the doubts. And then he's at a high, but he's really at a low at the same time because he's like, okay, I made it. We got to the finals, but we lost. So all that came at one time, and he was just thinking about it. And then you got to think about going overseas for the first time, being away from home. That all just hit him at one time. And he's like, hey, I'm still here, living my dream. So that's what it is, really.
I agree.
I'm glad I got to hear it because at first I thought because when it kept going viral, I thought it was because like they asked him about like how does it feel not to be in the NBA or something.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was about like just what was going on presently. Do y'all think he could play in the NBA today?
See, I haven't seen him in a while. right? So I don't know how much the injuries have robbed him since the last time we seen him. Because even the last time we seen him, he wasn't what we were used to seeing Jabari Parker look like.
Yeah.
So now, how has he adapted his game? Because he had almost like a young Melo game when he first came out, right? That mid range,
Yeah,
about that that 19 and in. You know what I mean? So I don't know what his game looked like now to say if he could still be playing right now.
I remember Coach K used to rave about him.
Yeah.
Coach K raved. Everybody thought he was like the next coming for real.
Yeah, like he had, like I said, he had that game 19 and in, that jab step, 2 dribble pull up. He was money with it.
His midi pull was dangerous, bro.
Yeah, that's what I said. He reminded me of Melo.
Everything Jabari Parker did when he played, like, it's one of them. It was just, I don't know if I've never had the privilege of meeting him, but I would like to ask him. It seemed calculated, every single thing he did. Like we see players who play, we like they're just skilled.
Right.
I feel like when we watched Jabari play in college, when he was at Duke and he was cooking, bro, it looked like in his mind he was like, all right, I'm doing 1-2 to the right, pull up midi.
Yeah.
1-2 to the left, pull up midi. I'm gonna back him down, hit him in the chest. 1-2 up fake up and under. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that could be all stars, but the way he made it looked so simple and easy.
That's why I said he remind me of Melo. Like if you go look at Melo at Syracuse and put like a side by side of Jabari Parker, it's the same.
It will
game.
look the same.
It's the same game.
But hold up, did Jabari win the championship? No, Melo did though. Don't disrespect Baltimore.
Oh, no.
You know what I'm saying?
Never that.
Don't disrespect Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? Don't disrespect Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? Thompson Academy. You know what I'm saying? Melo, I got you, Melo. White Lock. You know what I'm saying? We know who. We don't love. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even gonna talk about that.
All right, man. All right. So this last part is just gonna be your final takes. Anything you would like for people to know, hear about, whatever. And then we're gonna close it on out.
So see, my final take, man. I'm just I'm enjoying this right here. Glad to start this podcast off with my fellas. Just keep looking out for the content. We're gonna keep talking shit, having a good time.
All right. Go ahead, Deron.
Definitely blessed to be with my brothers. For the viewers that watch it, whether you watch a clip or the whole thing, thank you so much for the support. What y'all don't know is this go back almost 20 years. This is, right now we talking sports because that's what's going on right now. But it's definitely going to be some other topics. We got vets, we got, retirees, we got, that boy Jay about to retire, say he about to get that. He did that 20.
Yes, sir.
You got me and Young who got out earlier than that. But we've been on both sides. So I definitely love the opportunity and can't wait to see it grow from here.
Awesome. And I'll close it out, man. I appreciate everybody who's going to watch this and who continues to tune in. Make sure you share, like, subscribe, do whatever you need to do. But most importantly, man, remember the veterans, man. That's why I really wanted to do this. Me and my brothers, we talk, anyway, but we don't talk as much as we probably need to. So this is going to allow us to do that. But definitely look out for those around you, man. We know we lose 22 people a day from suicide, things of that nature from veterans. So just make sure you're looking out for your people, man. Like Deron say, man, we 2 decades in, you know what I mean? So that's very unique in itself, especially for a black man to be 2 decades in without no drama or something crazy going on. But
for real,
yeah, man. But I appreciate you guys, man. We're going to continue to make this a weekly thing, man. And like I said, man, I appreciate you guys coming on. I knew who I should call. I was like, you know what? I know who I'm going to get on this because we talk about it anyway. So, and I appreciate you saying what you said just a few minutes ago, Deron, is we are going to talk about more than just sports too. We're doing sports right now for the finals and things of that nature, but we're going to get into some other topics and stuff like that. But I appreciate you guys, man. Love you guys. And, talk to y'all soon, man. So we're going to end this thing. All right.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.